On the battlefield, thinking platinum-grade beast tamers saw this situation. They all smiled and heaved a sigh of relief. This battle was really not easy. However, the ending was not bad. At least this scourge was completely killed. Brian dug out a blood-red crystal the size of a human head from the body of the bloodthirsty hell vine and quietly put the crystal into his bag. The other guardians didn't say anything. After all, the price and losses that Starry City had paid this time were too great. They had rushed over to support him, but in fact, they were also helping themselves. Let's take the platinum-grade crystal core. There's no sign of life at all. It's indeed dead. Brand said, send someone to take the plant-type fierce beasts and deal with all of them. Not long after, through the experiment, Starry City received the information. When the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine was completely destroyed, the remaining seeds of the bloodthirsty hell vines in the air had completely lost their vitality. This made everyone breathe a sigh of relief. They were really shocked by the terrifying spreading ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine. With just platinum-grade strength, it had used more than a day to destroy a city. Who wouldn't be afraid? The Beast Masters were first used to dig out the crystal cores of the bloodthirsty hell vine's subsidiary bodies on the ground. Because it had lost its infectivity, the army had been sent over one after another to bury the corpses of the bloodthirsty hell vines. These things could not be lit by ordinary fire. On the first day after the battle ended, Lu could not hold on any longer. He casually found a rock to sit down and rest. He unintentionally saw the huge corpse of the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine in the distance. Then, he noticed that one of the skills of the netherworld bloodthirsty vine was bloodline infusion. Bloodline infusion. This fierce beast can inject its own bloodline and talent into its offspring before it passes away. It has reached the level of being able to deceive people and have a chance of being reborn. Wasn't this skill a feigned death? Wait a minute. Lu's eyes instantly widened. What did this mean? This means that the bloodthirsty hell vine might be fine. It might have used this skill at the last moment and escaped a calamity. Lu directly jumped up from the rock. He frowned and looked around. The corpses of the bloodthirsty hell vines in the surroundings had all been cleaned up. In the distance, there were still people busy. The 4 guardians were gone. They must have gone back to heal. In this battle, the 4 guardians were more or less injured. Lu jumped on the Stormhawk and looked down at the land from high up in the sky. The subsidiary bodies of the bloodthirsty hell vines were indeed dead, and their crystal cores had been dug out by the beast tamers. If it really faked its death, where would it run to? Underground? The possibility was not high. After all, platinum-grade beast tamers had extremely sharp senses. A normal faked death could not escape their senses at all. If all the subsidiary bodies of the bloodthirsty hell vine were dead, if they still found one alive, they would definitely take action. Then, the most likely possibility was that before the bloodthirsty hell vine died, it used the skill of bloodline infusion, and then let the subsidiary body of the bloodthirsty hell vine escape the scene. At that time, the battle scene was so chaotic, and there was still an endless stream of bloodthirsty hell vine subsidiary bodies rushing over. The mother body absorbed the nutrients, and it took advantage of the chaos to escape the subsidiary body of a bloodthirsty hell vine. The difficulty was not big, so it was entirely possible. All the bloodthirsty hell vine subsidiary bodies were dead. Morocco and the others would never have thought that there was still a subsidiary body alive. Then, where would it escape to? Lu turned his gaze to the Anriz mountain range. Let's go to the outskirts of the Anriz mountain range and take a look. The Stormhawk brought Lu to the outskirts of the Anriz mountain range. Along the way, the corpses of the bloodthirsty hell vines and the withered bones of other fierce beasts were everywhere. It seemed that the bloodthirsty hell vines and the fierce beasts of the Anriz mountains had caused quite a number of disasters. Lu stared at this great enemy carefully, his eyes almost going to blur. Suddenly, he thought of something. Stormhawk, help me search for the bloodthirsty hell vine. Not the ones that lie on the ground. I want one that grows upright. The Stormhawk's strength was much better than his. Moreover, the Stormhawk had the addition of the eagle eye talent. He could only hope that the bloodthirsty hell vine didn't lie on the ground and play dead. Of course, the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine might not have used the bloodline infusion skill before it died. But for the sake of peace of mind, for his own peace of mind, for the sake of the surrounding cities, for the sake of a possibility, he was still willing to spend some experience. What if? Right. The outskirts of the Anras mountain range was silent. It was deathly silent. Not a single fierce beast could be seen. It was likely that all of them had been wiped out by the bloodthirsty hell vines. An hour had passed. 2 hours had passed. 5 hours had passed. This place was already more than 30 kilometers away from the battlefield, and fierce beasts were starting to appear sporadically. Just as Lu was about to give up, the Stormhawk suddenly changed its direction. Found it again? The Stormhawk nodded. Soon, Lu saw a large pit that had been blasted open in the lush forest. In the center of the crater stood a scarlet plant-type beast. More than 10 vines that looked like small red snakes were waving around wantonly. Strange blood-red flowers were blooming on the vines. Blood-red mist was floating in the air. That's right. That was it. That was definitely it. Lu's breathing stopped. Name: Bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Talent: 1. Fire Resistance, Mythical. 2. Bloodthirsty Reproduction, Mythical. 3. Tenacity, Mythical. Growth Potential: Middle Grade God, Strength Level, Middle Grade Silver. Attributes: Plant, Poison, Wood. Ability: 1. Rapid Growth, 2. Doppelganger Parasitism, 3. Bloodthirsty Growth, 4. Vine Whip, 5. Paralyzing Venom, 6. Vine Leaf Blade, 7. Vine Strangulation, 8. Photosynthesis, 9. Bloodline Control, 10. Root, 11. Bloodline Infusion, 12. Transformation, 13. Latent Bloodline Sensing, 14. Looking at the information of the bloodthirsty hell vine, Lu clenched his fists tightly. He guessed it right. The bloodthirsty hell vine had really faked its death and escaped. Unfortunately, it had met Lu. If the others did not have the detailed information of the bloodthirsty hell vine, they would never have dreamed that the bloodthirsty hell vine had just faked its death and escaped. Unfortunately, the bloodthirsty hell vine's luck was not very good. It just happened to meet Lu. Seeing the huge pit around the bloodthirsty hell vine, Lu knew that the powerful strength of the main body of the bloodthirsty hell vine's subsidiary body had been directly thrown here. Otherwise, with its current silver grade strength, it wouldn't have been able to run so far. Lu licked his dry lips. His entire body was filled with excitement. Directly killing it would absolutely be a reckless waste of a god's gift. If it was left unchecked, it would very likely cause a huge disaster. No one would not be tempted by the bloodthirsty hell vine that had the potential to level up, right? It just so happened that he only had the strength of a silver grade, and Lu could deal with it. And Lu was a silver grade beast tamer. And Lu just happened to have a vacant divine pet slot. Wasn't this a custom-made pet for Lu? The bloodthirsty hell vine moved slowly, was not fast enough, and its thinking was slow. It was indeed a fatal flaw. However, under some special circumstances, it was a strategic weapon. Lu took a deep breath and ordered, Stormhawk, Chain Wind Blade, attack its vines. 10 huge chain wind blades shot towards the bloodthirsty hell vine, but the vines of the bloodthirsty hell vine were not cut off by the wind blades. The wind blades only cut into a part of it. It was the mythical innate talent, tenacity, that was at work. However, even so, the bloodthirsty hell vine was only injured. Blood-red juice kept flowing out of its wounds. Continue, don't stop. Lu put on his gas mask. The vine that he saw could only extend for more than 20 meters at most. Faced with an attack from the sky, the bloodthirsty hell vine that was on the same level as the Stormhawk had no way of resisting at all. It could only take a beating passively. It was its own fault that its strength, previously at the platinum grade, had dropped to middle grade silver. It took him half an hour to cut off more than 20 vines of the bloodthirsty hell vine. Only the main trunk was left. Although the mythical talent, tenacity, was powerful, it was only tenacity, it was not invincible. With a few more cuts, it could be cut off eventually. Moreover, the Storm King talent of the Stormhawk was not bad either. Seeing the bloodthirsty hell vine that was only 1 stem deep, and thinking that it was the one that destroyed Starry City, killing countless beast tamers, and killed more than 100,000 civilians, Lu felt extremely happy. Beating a drowning dog, it was really satisfying. Lu slowly came in front of the bloodthirsty hell vine. The bloodthirsty hell vine swung its main stem and fiercely bridged Lu's head. Lu rubbed his head and grinned. Believe it or not, I'll kill you. The bloodthirsty hell vine trembled for a moment, then slowly pulled its roots out from the soil on the ground. Lu was a little puzzled. He didn't know what the bloodthirsty hell vine was planning to do. Then, a red light flashed, and Lu's eyes were stunned. "Brother, can you not kill me?" A soft and clear voice sounded in Lu's ears. Lu couldn't believe his eyes. Standing in front of him was no longer the main trunk of the hell bloodthirsty vine, but a beautiful girl around the age of 16. Hiss! This beautiful girl's skin was fair and flawless. She had a head of blood-red long hair and a pair of ruby-like eyes. The girl was wearing clothes made of blood-red leaves, which made her look primitive and natural. At this moment, she was looking at Lu aggrievedly. Her blood-red eyes were filled with tears. "Brother, please let me go. I won't dare to do it again in the future." The bloodthirsty hell vine was at the end of its path. Unexpectedly, Lu's face was cold as he slapped the girl's head. The girl could not bear Lu's hit and sat on the ground. "Who's your big brother? Shameless, I'm not even 18 years old yet. You old woman, I think you're tired of living." The young lady that was formed from the bloodthirsty hell vine looked up at Lu and was dumbfounded. "Do you want to live?" "Yes," the young lady nodded. "Sign a contract with me, otherwise, you'll die." "No, you stupid, lowly, low-level human. You don't have the right to be partners with me." The beautiful young lady looked at Lu with hatred and shouted, "Even if I die, I won't become the pet of a low-level human like you." A beast with god-grade potential was indeed arrogant. "Berserk bear, grab it and don't let it move." With a flash of white light, the berserk bear stood up and grabbed the bloodthirsty hell vine's hands brutally with its two paws. The stormhawk swooped down and entered Lu's body to deal with any danger that might appear at any time. Lu cut his fingers and smeared his blood on the other party's forehead. The contract array quickly appeared under Lu and the bloodthirsty hell vine's feet. After the stormhawk upgraded to a mid-grade silver divine pet, Lu also became a mid-grade silver beast tamer. He was now qualified to sign a contract with a beast whose strength was at mid-grade silver, as well as a beast below mid-grade silver as a divine pet. Soon, the contract took place. The bloodthirsty hell vine, which was grabbed by the berserk bear, and the proud head under it, said in a clear voice, "I respect your orders, master." This "master" sounded extremely pleasant to the ears. But Lu was not happy at all, because according to the data, the loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine to him was only 15. If the loyalty was less than 60, the divine pet would be in danger of defecting. But now, the loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine was only 15. It probably just wanted to brush Lu off and keep its life first. When there was a chance in the future, it would be able to break away from the binding of the contract at any time. Perhaps it thought that it wasn't possible to defeat it by relying on strength, but to take advantage of its weakness when it was weak, so it didn't have much loyalty to Lu. As expected, it wasn't so easy to sign a contract with a fierce beast with god-grade potential. If it was an ordinary beast master who couldn't see the loyalty, they would probably be bewitched by the bloodthirsty hell vine's attitude of yielding. Unfortunately, Lu was not an ordinary person. Ding, congratulations host, for signing the third divine pet, bloodthirsty hell vine. Ding. Mission completed, rewarding hosts. At this time, Lu interrupted. Wait, system, you temporarily stop giving out the rewards first. Okay. Lu asked in his heart, if the divine beast that has experienced the system strengthening and upgrading defected, would their ability strengthening still exist? The system replied, if they defect, or if the host announces their defection, the host can hang around to preserve them, or deprive them of the ability that they obtained by relying on the system. That's good. The system's answer solved a problem in Lu's heart. If the bloodthirsty hell vine obtained benefits from him and escaped, then wouldn't he suffer a great loss? If it obtained a mythical grade talent, it might even cause an even bigger disaster. The bloodthirsty hell vine stood where it was and looked at Lu respectfully. Its blood-red eyes were filled with obedience. Acting, don't think that I don't know your plans. Lu sneered and stared at the bloodthirsty hell vine. You agreed to sign the contract because you want to preserve your life and then find an opportunity to defect, right? The bloodthirsty hell vine glanced at Lu. Through the gas mask, she felt that Lu's eyes were sharp and deep, as if he had completely seen through its thoughts. Let me ask you, do you want to become stronger? The bloodthirsty hell vine replied, of course I want to. This was a world where the strong preyed on the weak, and the strong reigned supreme. The bloodthirsty Hell Vine had created so many subsidiary bodies, destroyed Starry City, and killed so many beast tamers. Its most fundamental goal was to quickly increase its strength. Everyone wanted to increase their own strength and become the ruler of the earth, not a prey that was at the mercy of others. The fierce beasts only saw the cruel rules of the jungle, which were even more cruel than humans. Lu smiled and said, "I know that you have the potential to become a god-grade beast." The young girl who had transformed from the bloodthirsty Hell Vine looked at Lu in surprise and said, "How did you know?" "How could I not know?" Lu chuckled and said, "The bloodthirsty Hell Vine has a growth potential of middle-grade god. You possess 3 myth talents: fire resistance, bloodthirsty reproduction, and tenacity, am I right?" The bloodthirsty Hell Vine's young lady's eyes were filled with fear. She asked in disbelief, "How did you know? How did you know? I am the only bloodthirsty Hell Vine in the world. How can you know my ability?" One had to know that when one wanted to know a divine beast's talent, other than dissection, the divine beast would tell their master one by one. Either that or the beast master tried to deduce the divine pet's talent from the divine pet's battle performance. It is far from being as exaggerated as Lu's performance, having a single glance to see all the details of the fierce beasts. Your skills have the ability to grow rapidly and parasitize clones. Am I right? Lu pointed at his own eyes and said softly, "I'm sorry, in my eyes, you have no secrets at all." The bloodthirsty Hell Vine looked at Lu with some scruples. Lu discovered that with just these words, the loyalty of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine to him had risen from 15 to 35. The bloodthirsty Hell Vine covered its mouth and said, "Who are you?" "I'm a beast master who is good at training divine beasts. As long as divine beasts are trained by me, they can be reborn and have a new life. Even if their growth potential is only gold grade, I can train them to become god grade beasts." The bloodthirsty Hell Vine sneered, "Do you take me for a fool?" "Don't test my limits," Lu said calmly. "Although you have the potential to grow to the god grade, in my opinion, your combat ability is on the low side. Among the 3 mythical grade talents you possess, only one of them is barely able to help you in your combat ability. I don't care about the others at all." The bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl was furious. As a divine beast with god-grade potential, the bloodthirsty Hell Vine had a high opinion of itself. "Quiet, I'm not joking with you." Lu suddenly walked up to the bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl. He reached out his hand and gently placed it on its smooth forehead. "Since you've become my divine pet now, I'll let you experience my ability. System, give the reward for the mission." He was previously worried that the bloodthirsty Hell Vine would run away after receiving the reward. Now, Lu did not have such a concern. "Ding, the reward for your divine pet bloodthirsty Hell Vine's mythical talent. Whisper of the Earth, myth. Whisper of the Earth, myth. When this divine pet is rooted in the earth, it can continuously absorb great power, greatly enhancing its combat ability, greatly enhancing its recovery ability, and can freely travel through the earth. Ding, because your divine pet, the bloodthirsty Hell Vine, has obtained a mythical grade talent, its growth potential has been increased, and its growth potential has been raised from middle grade god to top grade god." When Lu saw that the bloodthirsty Hell Vine had obtained a myth grade talent, he could not help but exclaim in surprise. Whisper of the Earth was really very suitable for the bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Greatly enhancing its combat ability, greatly enhancing its recovery ability, and also being able to only move through the earth palm. With this talent, the combat ability and life-saving ability of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine would definitely have a qualitative leap. Lu retracted his hand and asked softly, "Can you feel it?" "I can feel it." The bloodthirsty Hell Vine looked at its own body in excitement and said, "My potential has increased and I have a new talent. This talent is at least mythical. It's called the Whisper of the Earth. Take a look at the roots back into the earth." The bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl's feet changed shape, and the blood-brown tree root behind pierced into the earth. The Whisper of the Earth. This talent will allow you to gain a stronger combat ability and a stronger recovery ability, allowing you to move freely in the earth. How about it? The gift your master gave you shouldn't be the same, right? The bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl's body slowly sank down, completely turning into the earth. Soon, she slowly rose from the layer of soil and appeared in front of Lu, her body completely spotless. The bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl looked at Lu in disbelief and asked, "Are you a god?" From the bloodthirsty Hell Vine's point of view, A creature that could casually increase its growth potential and allow it to possess powerful mythical grade talent must be a god. No, I'm not a god. I'm the person who created a god. Lu rubbed the blood-red hair of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine girl and said slowly, I hope that you can seize the opportunity to become one of the gods. At this moment, Lu noticed that the loyalty of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine to him had soared from 35 to 89. It was completely fine. The loyalty was high, but it could not increase the strength of both sides. As long as the divine pet did not defect, it would not affect anything. Let's go. Lu put away the bloodthirsty Hell Vine, rode on the Stormhawk, and flew north. He had to go back quickly. When Lu went back, Wu Yuchen ran over and asked, Why did you come back so late? I wanted to find a quiet place to rest, but I didn't expect to fall asleep right away. Captain Sang-kun was looking for you earlier. When he realized that you weren't around, he told me to tell you that the Guardian wants to see you. Okay, I'll go now. Lu went to Morocco's tent, but he was told that Morocco had already gone to where Brian was. He even said that if Lu wanted to see him, he would bring Lu to Brian's tent. Under the leadership of the Starry City soldiers, Lu opened Brian's tent. The moment he entered the tent, Lu saw the four guardians, Morocco, Brian, Gulad, and Zedra. In front of them was a square table filled with good wine and dishes. The moment Morocco saw Lu, he asked, Lu, why did you only come back? I was too tired just now and wanted to find a place to rest. I didn't expect to fall asleep and rush back immediately after waking up. Morocco casually mentioned, you are a soldier now. Don't make such a mistake again. Okay. This matter was gently put down. Brian smiled and greeted, Lu, I saved a seat for you, come and sit. Can I? Why not? Brian turned to Zedra and Gulad and said, This is Lu, the genius who deduced the blood-colored vine's weakness. If he didn't remind us, the blood-colored vine might have directly raised his strength to the star glory level. That's right, heroes come from young. Morocco is lucky. Are you interested in coming to our Golden City? Zedra and Gulad both praised Lu. They knew the importance of Lu providing information. Zedra smiled and asked, Lu, do you want some wine? Morocco smiled and said, What's so good about wine? Give him some juice. Yes, I want juice. Holding the juice, Lu squeezed between the four big shots and ate quietly. The four guardians began to discuss the intense battle with the bloodthirsty Hell Vine during the day. Brian sighed and said, It's a pity that we didn't sign that plant-type fierce beast. Morocco also nodded. But there's nothing we can do about it. There was a time when if we didn't act quickly, once those 6 platinum-grade beasts arrived, we would have lost. That would be the best chance. If we stayed behind, we might have to move the city. This might just be bad luck. Lu lowered his head silently. The four guardians didn't know that the main body of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine that they wanted was already in Lu's hands. Following that, when Brian talked about the loss of Starry City, as he spoke, he immediately shed tears. The entire Starry City had not only lost more than 100,000 civilians, but also more than 2,000 beast tamers. Basically, Starry City was gone. A man should not shed tears easily, but it was not to the point of sadness. Seeing a man like Brian shed tears, Lu's heart also felt sour. The other 3 guardians also silently lowered their heads. The matters of the Starry City are my people, Brian choked and said, After we finish dealing with those corpses, I will announce that the Starry City has really been abandoned, and I will take the blame and resign from the Federation. Morocco put his hand on Brian's shoulder and said, Brother, you can't be completely blamed for this matter. Zedra said, Right, if we were to encounter such a strange plant-type fierce beast, we wouldn't be able to withstand it. Guardian Gulad also nodded. He was a relatively quiet man, and he didn't know how to comfort people. 2 days later, the support teams of the other 3 cities also felt it, and the cleanup work quickened. 5 days later, all the corpses of the bloodthirsty Hell Vines were buried. Brian gathered more than 20,000 civilians and more than 1,000 beast tamers from Starry City. Then, outside of Starry City, Brian gathered all the civilians and beast tamers from Starry City and held a public meeting. And the beast tamers from the 3 big cities of 7-Star City, Iron Fist City, and Golden City who came to support were all present. Brian stood on the high platform, and with a haggard expression, he announced his resignation and gave up on the decision of Starry City. Many civilians and beast tamers of Starry City directly covered their faces and wept. Next, Brian said in a deep voice, "This time, the reason why we were able to eliminate that blood-colored vine and avenge the countless people that Starry City lost. We must thank a young beast tamer." The civilians and beast masters of Starry City all looked at Brian on the high platform. Lou stood below the platform and also looked at Brian on the high platform in surprise. Brian also looked at him. In his sorrowful eyes, there was appreciation and encouragement. This beast master came from 7-Star City. He deduced at the first moment that those blood-colored vines and strange beasts that led to the fall of Starry City were just clones. It was he who deduced that the blood-colored vines had a parent body. It was he who deduced that the clones of those blood-colored vines were to provide nourishment for the parent body. If we didn't have this information, we might not have been able to find the real culprit who destroyed Starry City. If we didn't have this information, we wouldn't have been able to avenge our family and friends. If we didn't have this information, the blood-red vines might have filled our eyes and destroyed even more cities. This young hero is the Beast Master from 7-Star City, Lou. Lou, come on up. Thousands of Beast Masters in the entire Starry City all looked at Lou. Lou stared at Brain in a daze. Because Brain had not spoken to him beforehand, he was completely unprepared. Morocco patted Lou's shoulder and said, "Don't be nervous, go up." Okay. Lou took a deep breath and endured everyone's gaze. He slowly walked out of the square formation, jumped onto the high platform, and stood next to Brain. Facing the sunlight, although the military uniform on Lou's body was a little tattered, his outstanding temperament and handsome appearance made everyone below the stage feel that this young beast tamer's body was shining. After the unanimous decision of the Starry City's military department, for the last time, as the Starry City's guardian, I will award Lou with the Starry City First Class Hero Medal. This is to recognize Lou's outstanding contribution in this battle for our Starry City, and for the stability of the cities around our Starry City. Deafening applause rang out below the stage. The Starry City First Class Hero Medal was a top-notch medal exclusive to every city in the Illumination Empire. This medal was specially used to honor soldiers who contributed in the siege of the city. For example, in the past 100 years, only one soldier in 7-Star City had received this medal. In the big cities of the Illumination Empire, the soldiers who received this medal would enjoy the courtesy of the military everywhere and live in guest houses for free. In many chambers of commerce, they would even give special discounts to the soldiers who received this medal. This was the symbol of glory. The soldiers who received the city's first-class hero medal would enjoy the same treatment as the guards in the city. They would enjoy many preferential policies and do business without having to pay taxes. Of course, Starry City was gone now. Lou would not be able to enjoy such benefits. But it also meant that this should be the last Starry City's first-class hero medal in the world. Lou saw a soldier holding a box and jumping onto the high platform. Brain took out a gold medal from the box and wore the gold medal on Lou's left chest. Brian saluted Lou, and Lou also returned the salute. "This is your reward." Brian handed a small bag to him. "Thank you, sir. You must keep up the good work in the future. This world cannot be without you young people." Okay. Brian stepped down from the stage. All the Beast Masters of 7-Star City looked at the first-class hero medal on his chest with burning eyes. The Star City First Class Hero Medal was made of metal alloy, just like a star. It was engraved with the Starry City First Class Hero Medal and Lou's name, time signature. Under the sun, it was shining with golden light. "Lou, my big brother, you are really awesome." Shan Yu gave Lou a thumbs up. Lou touched the hard metal, feeling a little happy and regretful. In the end, Starry City could not be saved. Brian said in a deep voice, "The three guardians of 7-Star City, Iron Fist City, and Golden City have agreed to accept more than 23,000 civilians of Starry City and help you settle down. They will give you a year's supply of food. The remaining 1,100 beast tamers will join the military of 7-Star City directly. The families of beast tamers will also join 7-Star City directly." After Starry City was gone, the burden of resisting the Anri's beast riot would fall on 7-Star City. More than 1,000 beast tamers who had gone through a great battle could replenish the military strength of 7-Star City. After Brian announced the dissolution of the city, the beast tamers of 7-Star City originally wanted to rush towards Lou and look at his medal. However, when they saw Morocco standing beside Lou, they dispelled this idea. Morocco asked, "What's wrong? You seem a little unhappy." Starry City is still gone. But your contribution is worth this medal. Morocco patted Lu's shoulder and said, although Starry City is gone, because of your help, it indirectly protected 7-Star City, Golden City, Iron Fist City, and even other southern cities. If we had let that fierce beast grow up, none of us would have been able to do anything to it. Yes. Lu nodded. Quickly see what kind of reward Brian gave you. Morocco said, Brian is very generous. Lu took out the cloth bag that Brian had given him, and Morocco said in surprise, so it's this. What treasure is this? A spatial bag, a rare spatial equipment, Morocco said enviously. In the past, Brian often showed off his spatial bag at the wine table. I didn't expect him to give it to you. Is it very rare? I don't even have it. What do you think? Morocco continued, the materials used to make a spatial bag are usually the stomach of the sky-swallowing frog. The sky-swallowing frog is a spatial type beast. It's very rare and powerful. It's extremely difficult to capture. In addition, the method to make a spatial pocket is extremely difficult. A spatial bag is extremely rare. I see, if you drop your blood onto the spatial bag, it will recognize you as its master. Open it and see if there is anything else inside. Lu followed Morocco's instructions and dripped his blood onto the spatial bag. The blood was quickly absorbed by the spatial bag. Lu's spirit and the spatial bag began to sense each other. The space inside the space bag was a sphere with a radius of about 1.5 meters. It was empty except for a stone. Name. Rock puppet, sleeping, talent. 1. Sturdy, rare. 2. Huge body, normal. Growth potential. Mid-grade star glory. Attributes. Elemental, earth, rock. If it was obtained in the wild, Lu would definitely not care. After all, the growth potential of the 3 pets in his hands far exceeded that of the star glory middle grade. But when he thought of how Brian was only a platinum grade beast tamer, it was enough to see the value of this gift. It might be Brian's most precious divine pet. As soon as Lu returned to his tent, he found that the area around his tent was already crowded with people. Lu, let us see the medal, right? Let us touch it. I've never seen a medal before. Brother Lu, I beg you. When we return to 7-Star City, I'll take you to have a good time. It's my treat. These guys were too enthusiastic. Even Lu could not stand their enthusiasm. He could only give the medal to them to look at slowly. It's cold, it feels so good to touch. Feel it, it feels different. My whole body is full of strength. The biggest dream of my life, other than becoming a platinum grade beast tamer, is to get this medal. Dream on. After a long time, those guys finally left. Shan Yu reluctantly returned the first-class hero medal to Lu's hands. The following teams slowly moved forward. After walking for half a month, Lu and the others finally returned to 7-Star City. They had no choice. When they came, they were all flying. When they returned, they had to follow the main team and protect the 7,000+ civilians. After returning to 7-Star City, Lu and the others didn't have to worry about the settling of the beast tamers and civilians from Starry City. After experiencing 2 big battles and running around for more than half a month, all the beast tamers were exhausted. The military generously gave them 5 days of vacation. Lu returned home, took a hot bath, and lay down on the bed, not wanting to get up. After lying down for an entire afternoon, Lu vaguely heard the sound of the door opening, as well as Shu Xiaoxiao's voice. Mom, I'm back. Keep your voice down. Lu is sleeping upstairs. Oh, Hestia said in an apron. Lu looks very tired. I didn't disturb him. I'll keep my voice down. At night, Lu smelled of the food before he got out of bed. He ate with Hestia's family. Brother Lu, is it hard to stay outside? Not really, it's just a little tiring, Shu Xiaoxiao said curiously. Can you tell me about the battle outside? Lu hesitated for a moment and decided not to hide it. Firstly, the fall of Starry City would soon spread to 7-Star City, and the people of 7-Star City would know about it. Secondly, it was better for Shu Xiaoxiao to know something about the outside world. Although this might make them worried, it was because this world was too cruel that they could not hide it from them. Especially Shu Xiaoxiao. Even 7-Star City was not impregnable. The earlier she knew, the better she would be mentally prepared. Thus, as he ate, he told them about what happened in Starry City. At the dining table, Hestia and Shu Xiaoxiao listened attentively. Hestia was both worried and gratified. She had already treated Lu as her own son. She was worried about Lu's safety. She was worried that Lu had achieved so much while he was away. When Xu Xiaoxiao heard about the parasitic ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine, her entire body went numb. It grew out of its body. That kind of fierce beast is really terrifying. Xu Xiaoxiao looked at her brother with admiration. So, brother Lu is still a big hero? Lu said modestly, I can't say that I'm a big hero. I can only say that I have made a certain contribution. The main force is still the four guardians. Brother Lu, can you show me that medal? I've only read about it in the textbook. I've never touched the real thing. Sure, but you have to return it to me after looking at it. Lu took out the medal from his dimensional pocket and handed it to Xu Xiaoxiao. Don't worry, brother Lu, I won't dirty it. Xu Xiaoxiao held the medal in her hands, her face full of excitement. In the end, Xu Xiaoxiao slept with the medal in her arms. On the second day of the holiday, Katya came to visit. Hestia welcomed her very much. Hestia had already noticed that Katya was definitely interested in Lu. The last time she found out that Katya was the daughter of the guardian, Hestia was worried that Lu wasn't good enough for Katya. But now, Hestia was confident. After all, Lu was also quite outstanding. At such a young age, he was already able to receive the Starry City's first-class hero medal. He was completely worthy of Katya. As for her age, Hestia did not care at all. She was a third-year female, and she was holding onto gold bricks. The woman was older, and she knew how to dote on and take care of people. Hestia was very satisfied with Katya. She could not wait to hug Lu's child. Katya quickly found Lu. Just like before, Lu swarmed over and lay on the chair, running a pot of tea, leisurely enjoying the warm winter sunlight. Lu, I heard from father that you've made a great contribution in the Battle of Starry City? Katya sat down on a small chair beside Lu. Can you tell me about it? Seeing Katya's beautiful profile, serious anticipation, and a slightly adoring expression, Lu could not bear to reject her. Thus, Lu once again told her about the matters of the Starry City. However, because he wasn't in a hurry, his story was even more detailed than yesterday. When he mentioned the parasitic ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine, her expression was the same as Xu Xiaoxiao's, her face full of shock. How can there be such a terrifying plant-type fierce beast? The world is so big, and fierce beasts are also all kinds of strange. There are so many plant-type fierce beasts, so it's not strange that there are a few outstanding ones. Katya looked at Lu with some admiration and said, I really don't know how your brain grows. So many people can't think of it, but you can determine that those are all clones. Maybe I like to think more. Lu was also an ordinary man. Being worshipped by beautiful women was really pleasing to him. And that first-class hero medal of Starry City. My father doesn't even have it. Can I take a look? All right. Lu couldn't refuse. It was just a medal. Touching it wouldn't break it. Katya was interested in him, and he knew what Katya was thinking. After all, Katya had mentioned it to his face before. But now, both sides had a tacit understanding and didn't expose that layer of window paper. Lu felt that he really had the potential to be a scumbag. But being chased by someone, it felt really good. Katya suddenly said faintly, I really envy you, to be able to fight outside. Only then did Lu remember that Katya had graduated early almost 2 months ago. She seemed to be staying in 7-Star City for 2 months. Is Guardian Morocco not letting you go? He's worried about me, thinking that my strength is not good enough. Katya grumbled, didn't he think that if I don't go out to fight, how can my divine pet improve its strength? He's also doing it for your safety, HMPH. Lu didn't even know how to comfort Katya. Lu, what's wrong? Why don't you go and persuade my father? Me? Lu looked at Katya in surprise. Is that okay? Why not? Katya said seriously. You don't know how much my father admires you. At home, he talks about your name all day long. Lu is long, and Lu is short. My ears are growing calluses from listening to it. Lu really wanted to ask where he broke. If you mention this to my father, he might agree. Katya complained. I feel that if I continue to stay in the city, I will become moldy. If I had known earlier, I would not have graduated early. Isn't this a little inconvenient? What's inconvenient about it? You are my friend. All right, the next time I meet Morocco, I will help you talk about it. When Katya was still taking care of Hestia, he had to help her. Then I'll thank you in advance. You're welcome. Oh right, aren't you guys on a 5-day break? Do you want to go to the auction the day after tomorrow? Lu asked curiously. Auction? You don't know? No. That's the auction of the Pavilion of Treasures. The Pavilion of Treasures will only hold 2 large-scale auctions in our 7-star city in a year. Katya said, on that day, there will be many precious divine pet eggs, heavenly and earthly treasures that are suitable for raising divine pets, as well as precious items such as interspatial bags. I still lack a divine pet, so I want to go there and take a look. What? Your second divine pet hasn't been signed yet? No, Katya said somewhat embarrassedly, my father gave me some, but I can't quite pick them. Lu recalled the slumbering rock puppet in his dimensional pocket. Its strength was only black iron grade, but its growth potential was still rather good. Katya should take a fancy to it. However, he still didn't intend to give it away. Such a valuable fierce beast couldn't be given away randomly. Then let's go together. Lu also wanted to experience it. The Pavilion of Treasures was a famous chamber of commerce organization in the Illumination Empire. In the southwest cities, there were branches, and 7-star City was no exception. However, because he had the system to train god-grade pets, Lu didn't really care about the Pavilion of Treasures. With the system training divine beasts for him, he didn't have to worry too much. 7-star City's Pavilion of Treasures branch was located in the outer area of 7-star City. On the day of the auction, the entrance of 7-star City was blocked. Many beast tamers lined up. They had to pay the entrance fee before they could enter. Katya brought Lu and scared the military vehicle. Lu consciously sent himself to the back of the line. Unexpectedly, Katya waved at Lu. Come, follow me, we don't need to line up. Okay. When they came to the gate of the Pavilion of Treasures, Katya had a golden card. The beast tamers at the gate of the Pavilion of Treasures immediately made a path for them and welcomed them in. Let's go in. Katya brought Lu directly into the Pavilion of Treasures. Are you kidding me? Why don't they have to wait in line? That's right, they cut the line, they didn't even pay the entrance fee, right? The beast masters who were staring impatiently began to complain. The beast master of the Pavilion of Treasures said loudly, that young lady just now is a VIP of our Pavilion of Treasures. However, Lu and Katya did not care about these anymore. After they entered the Pavilion of Treasures, Lu saw many clearly marked prices. The appraised divine pet eggs were placed in the glass display cabinet. In the glass display cabinet, a few beautiful salesmen with figures were looking at them with smiles on their faces. 2 guests, do you want to buy divine pet eggs? These divine pet eggs have been appraised by our appraisers. The quality is guaranteed. Lu shook his head. Most of these divine beast eggs only had bronze and silver growth potential. Even if Lu bought them, it would be useless. Then, Lu saw many plant-type fierce beast fruits on the counter that were used to nurture divine pets. Golden heart flame fruit that could promote the growth of fire-type divine pets. 1,000-mile eye fruit that could enhance the vision of divine beasts after long-term consumption. White jade honey that could strengthen the body of divine beasts after long-term consumption. Cosmetic fruit that could make the skin smoother after long-term consumption. Lu had only read about these things in the books of the Divine Beast Academy in the past. It was the first time he had seen an actual object. After another 10 or so books, Lu stopped at an area. Lu, look, someone is betting on the divine pet eggs again. In the area in front of Lu, the shelves were filled with all kinds of divine beast eggs of different sizes. A beautiful saleswoman smiled and asked, "Customer, do you want to gamble and try your luck?" "How do you gamble?" These divine beast eggs were discovered by accident in the wild. Even experienced appraisers are not sure what kind of fierce beasts they are. The saleswoman smiled and said, "For only 5,000 gold coins, you can choose any one of these divine beast eggs. As long as you are lucky, you might be able to get a super powerful divine beast. Customer, do you want to try?" Betting on divine beast eggs? Lu suddenly thought of the Stormhawk. Back then, he had chosen the Stormhawk from thousands of divine beast eggs in the warehouse of Divine Beast Academy. Back then, there were more than 100 students who had just awakened the talent of a beast master. Not a single one of them chose those divine beast eggs that could not be recognized. Only Lu chose to choose among these divine beast eggs that could not be recognized. Under the circumstances where no one was optimistic, he had signed the contract with the Stormhawk. This was his strong point. Lu smiled and said, "Give it a try, anyway, there is still some time before the auction starts." "Then let's gamble." 5,000 gold coins was a bit higher than the price of a divine beast egg with bronze rank potential. To a commoner family, this was a huge sum of money. But to Lu, this was nothing. He had almost piled up a mountain of gold coins. Ever since he entered the reclamation troops, he had no chance to spend money. Besides, it was impossible for Lu to lose money. Hence, Lu began to cheat. He began to carefully observe the data of these divine pet eggs. From the beginning, Lu discovered that the Pavilion of Treasures was really a scam. The majority of the divine pet eggs on the shelves were black iron grade. After searching for more than 10 minutes, Lu only locked onto 3 gold grade divine pet eggs. He did not find any star glory grade pet eggs. Lu, what do you think of this? Katya picked out a beautiful, milky white pet egg the size of a ping pong ball and asked. Nothing much, Lu shook his head. That was the flying mantis egg. Its potential was only top grade bronze. Alright. Katya put down the flying mantis egg and continued to search. What about this one? No, I think this one might be good. Lu shook his head. I don't think it's good either. What about this one? Katya began to seek Lu's opinion again. When Lu saw Katya pick up a black pet egg the size of a basketball, Lu was slightly surprised. He felt that this lousy place seemed to be a little interesting. The information about this pet egg naturally appeared in front of Lu. Name: Blood-eyed golden panther. Talent: 1. Great strength. Rare. 2. Reinforced iron bones. Normal. 3. Tough fur. Normal. Growth potential: King grade. Awakening. Metal. Wind. How is it? Lu smiled. I think it works. It looks pretty good. You have a good eye. Katya happily said, okay, then I'll take this one. Katya didn't know why, but she believed what Lu said. Lu could only say that Katya was lucky today. The king grade pet egg was nothing to Lu, but to ordinary beast tamers, it was definitely priceless. However, he didn't care. With the divine beast training system, he could even train divine beasts with god grade potential. He didn't care about a god pet with king's potential. Moreover, this blood-eyed golden panther's ability was completely destroyed by the berserk bear. Even if Lu got it, he didn't want to sign a contract with it. Katya accompanied Lu to choose for a period of time. However, Lu didn't find any divine pet eggs with outstanding growth potential. There was no other way. He could only randomly choose a divine beast egg with gold-grade growth potential. It was not considered a loss, it was just that he did not earn as much as Katya did. The auction was about to begin. Katya brought Lu to the private room of the auction. This private room was located in a solemn location with a very good view. This private room is really not bad. This is specially set up by the branch of the Pavilion of Treasures in 7-Star City for the purpose of guarding it. Although the Pavilion of Treasures was powerful, Morocco was the true ruler of 7-Star City. If they wanted to make money in 7-Star City, they had to give Morocco some preferential treatment. Sitting on the sofa, Lu and Katya could clearly see the Beastmasters participating in the auction. The attendants of the treasure pavilion sent free snacks and drinks to Lu and the others, accompanied by a pretty maid. If they needed anything, they could tell this maid. Lu asked curiously, Lord Morocco is not coming? My father has been busy with government affairs recently, and he said that he is not interested in the items auctioned today. Lu nodded. Katya's words made him have no more expectations for this auction, so he just took it as a distraction. However, if it was really a very precious item, the people of 7-Star City might not be able to afford it. The two of them ate and drank. A few minutes later, the auction officially began. A beautiful woman in her 30s with a mature charm walked onto the auction stage. She was the auctioneer in charge of today's auction at the Pavilion of Treasures. She smiled and said, "Thank you all for coming to participate in the semi-annual auction of 7-Star City. We have specially prepared a lot of precious divine pet eggs for everyone and precious resources to nurture divine pets. I hope that everyone will be able to have a satisfactory harvest today. Now, let me introduce the first item for auction." A box covered with a red cloth was placed on the top. The beautiful female host lifted the red cloth, and a shiny pet egg appeared in front of everyone. The first item for auction is the Blue Cloud Eagle's pet egg. Everyone knows that the Blue Cloud Eagle is a gold-grade fierce beast and has very strong combat strength. Its pet egg is very rare. As long as it is cultivated well, it will be a powerful combat partner. Moreover, it can bring the Beastmaster to fly in the sky. The starting price is 300,000 gold coins, and each increment must not be less than 10,000. I bid 310,000 gold coins, 320,000 gold coins, 350,000 gold coins. Those who had some savings began to bid crazily. Gold-grade flying-type beasts were the dreams of most beast tamers. In the end, the blue cloud eagle was sold for 550,000 gold coins. However, Lu wasn't interested at all. One by one, the items were sold. Just as Lu was getting sleepy from watching, he saw an interesting item. A huge ice-sealed eyeball that was as big as a basketball. It looked horrifying. As long as it was a divine pet or an item from a divine pet, Lu could see the clues. Name: Mutated Magical Eye Beast Eyeball. Effect: after consuming it, the strength of the divine pet will be slightly increased. Strengthening: that was also a good thing. The last time he was able to find the bloodthirsty hell vine, it was mainly due to the Stormhawk's eagle eye talent. The auctioneer on the stage introduced, "This is the eye of a platinum-grade magic eye beast. After consuming it, it can slightly increase the strength of the divine pet. The starting price is 50,000 gold coins." After the auctioneer announced it, the entire auction venue fell silent. Slightly increasing the strength of the divine pet was actually somewhat useless. Beast tamers preferred items that could increase the combat strength of the divine pet. However, strengthening their strength still had a bit of strategic value, especially when hunting fierce beasts in the wild. Very soon, someone made a bid. 50,000. Lu also made a bid. 60,000. He directly increased the bid by 10,000 gold coins. To Lu, the value of this magic eye beast was higher than all the previous auctioned items. Moreover, he didn't lack money at all, so he casually increased the bid. He didn't believe that anyone could compete with him. Under the treasure chest, some of the participating beast masters raised their heads and looked at the box. The beast master who wanted to continue with the bid was pulled by his companion. "What's wrong? That's the guardian's box." The bidder silently lowered his head and shut his mouth. He didn't have to have the magic eye beast's eyeball. He didn't want to offend the guardian just because of a magic eye beast's eyeball. Seeing that no one was going to continue with the bid, the female auctioneer asked again, "Is there anyone else who wants to raise the price? The magic eye beast's eyeball is extremely rare and is very suitable for scouting divine pets." However, no one responded to her. The entire auction venue was silent. The female auctioneer awkwardly squeezed out a professional smile. 60,000 going once. 60,000 going twice. 60,000 going thrice. Sold. The female auctioneer had already accepted her fate. Of course, she knew that the person sitting in the guardian's private room was not the guardian. However, it was not appropriate for her to say it out loud. If she wanted to make a profit, she would make a profit. She would treat it as a good relationship. Oh, gold coins bought it. Even Lu didn't believe it. However, he was still very happy. At least this time, he had finally gained something. At this moment, Katya said with a smile, "You know why my father didn't come, right?" Lu suddenly understood. It seemed that he had taken advantage of Morocco? But when he thought of the divine pet egg in Katya's hands, he felt at ease. It was clearly Katya who took advantage of him. Perhaps, when Katya returned, she would be so happy that she would go crazy. The pet egg in Katya's hand was a blood-eyed golden panther that had the potential to become a king grade. In the entire 7-star city, other than Lu, even Morocco did not have a divine pet with this potential. The beast masters in 7-star city were already extremely lucky to have a star glory grade pet, but Katya had a pet egg of a higher level. Once it was known by others, it would definitely shock the entire 7-star city. It didn't take long for the eyeball that Lu had captured to be delivered to the private room. When it was time to pay, Katya reminded Lu, "Where's your medal? Take it out and let the Pavilion of Treasures give you a discount." "Can I?" "Of course you can." Thus, Lu executed the Starry City First Class Hero Medal. Looking at the incomparably shiny medal, the staff of the Pavilion of Treasures were stunned. The staff member of the Pavilion of Treasures immediately said, "City First Class Hero Medal. You can get a 10% discount for any item you buy from us." "Then I'll pay up." "Okay." And so, Lu saved another 6,000 gold coins. Katya said with some regret, "Just now, when we were gambling on the divine pet eggs, I forgot about this. Otherwise, we could have saved 500 gold coins." At the end of the auction, there were all kinds of rare and precious divine pet eggs, including 2 platinum-grade divine beast eggs that had been appraised, and then there were precious resources to cultivate divine beasts. Lu didn't really need these. Even Lu didn't care about divine beast eggs with king-grade potential. How could he spend so much money to buy platinum-grade potential? After a while, the auction ended. Just as Lu and the others were about to leave, the beautiful female auctioneer appeared at their door. Behind the auctioneer stood a tall and thin old man with white hair and a goatee. When Katya saw the tall and thin old man, she smiled and said, "Pavilion Master Jim, why are you here?" Pavilion Master Jim smiled and looked at Lu. "I'm here to see this little brother." "Oh," Katya immediately understood. "I wonder if little friend Lu will be able to honor us? Let's go back and have some tea?" Lu was a little hesitant, but Katya tugged at his sleeve, indicating for him to agree. "All right." After passing through a large door and closing it, it was as if the world was cut off. The noisy sounds disappeared, and the surroundings were full of lush plants and stamens. Although it was already a grotto heaven, there were still a few plum blossoms that were emitting a faint fragrance. When they came to the living room, a servant brought them fragrant tea. "I've long heard that little brother Lu's talent is extraordinary. Now that I have seen you, you really live up to his reputation," Pavilion Master Jim said with a smile. "I didn't expect that you would actually be a silver-grade beast tamer now." Katya sat at the side with an indifferent expression. It was very obvious that she already knew Lu's strength. Lu spread his hands and said helplessly, "There's nothing I can do. The divine beast in my hand is growing too fast. I can't even get used to it." Jim lowered his head silently and suddenly didn't know what to say. Katya glanced to the side and didn't want to pay attention to the two of them. Talent was too good, strength increased too quickly. Was this Lu's fault? "Actually, this time, I just want to meet a hero like you." Pavilion Master Jim quickly adjusted his state of mind and took out a black card from his pocket. He handed it to Lu and said, "This is our Pavilion of Treasures merge card. In the future, when you come to our Pavilion of Treasures to buy things, we will give you a 10% discount. With your medal, you can enjoy a 20% discount from our Pavilion of Treasures." Was this a free gift? To be honest, Lu didn't like to take free gifts from others. Katya winked at Lu. Seeing Lu accept the VIP card, a smile appeared on Pavilion Master Jim's face. "Little brother Lu, please come to our Pavilion of Treasures frequently in the future. If you have any needs, you can directly place an order with our Pavilion of Treasures. Our Pavilion of Treasures branch stores are spread throughout the southern part of the Illumination Empire. There are many precious divine beast eggs and precious resources. We can help you keep an eye out." Pavilion Master Jim smiled and said, "If you have something good to sell, we will also give you a reasonable purchase value." "Yes, I understand. Thank you, Pavilion Master Jim." Lu thought for a moment and asked, "I want to ask, do you still have any magic eye beast's eyeballs? I remember that the magic eye beast has 2 eyes, right? Are you going to take one out and auction it?" Speaking of which, he felt that the appraisers of the Pavilion of Treasures didn't have very good eyesight. They thought that the eyeballs of an ordinary platinum-grade magic eye beast could only slightly improve the eyesight of a divine pet. But Lu knew that the magic eye beast had mutated. What was a mutation? Every type of mutated beast would be restricted by their bloodline, and all of them had a limit to their potential. For example, the demonized bat, the most talented of their species, could only be a top-grade black iron beast. If a bronze beast appeared in their species, it would be a mutation, breaking through the limit of their bloodlines. Only 1 in a million could have such a mutation. Strictly speaking, the 3 divine pets that Lu had injured were all mutated. Pavilion Master Jim smiled awkwardly. "Indeed, that magic eye beast eyeball is in our shop." "Then can you sell it to me?" Since there was still a mutated magic eye beast eyeball, Lu naturally wanted to take it. However, he heard Pavilion Master Jim say, "If you need it, I can give it to you." The merging card should be one of the ways that the Pavilion of Treasures could rope in young beast tamers with potential. However, Lu didn't want to take the free benefits. He didn't want to owe anyone. "Pavilion Master Jim, thank you for your kindness, but it's better for me to pay for it myself." Lu insisted on paying the gold coins. Pavilion Master Jim had nothing to say, so he could only agree. In the end, the other mutated magic eye beast's eyeball also fell into Lu's hands. After leaving the treasure pavilion, Lu said goodbye to Katya and left the city alone. He found a place where no one was around and summoned the Stormhawk. At this moment, the Stormhawk spread its wings and was already more than 10 meters tall. It hovered in the air and the sky suddenly darkened, blocking out the sky and the sunlight. Lu did not know how big the Stormhawk would grow to in the end. Lu took out 2 mutated beast eyeballs that were covered in frost from his dimensional pocket. Eat these 2 eyeballs. The Stormhawk did not reject and directly swallowed 2 eyeballs. Following that, Lu heard the system notification. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has swallowed 2 mutated beast eyeballs. Normal grade talent Eagle Eye has been upgraded to rare grade. Not bad, it actually directly upgraded a grade. Unfortunately, the Stormhawk's growth potential did not continue to increase. However, Lu could completely accept it. After all, the Stormhawk's growth potential was already very high at this point. The further one progressed, the more difficult it would be to increase its growth potential. Name: Storm Eagle. Talent: 1. Storm King, Myth: 2. Dark Knight Meteor, Myth: 3. Blade, Saber, and Sword Feathers, Peerless: 4. Eagle Eye, Rare. Growth potential: Top grade Emperor, Strength level, middle grade Silver. Experience points: 85,233 300 millions, Awakening, Flying, Metal, Wind. Loyalty: 99. Skills: 1. Windblade, 2. Extreme Speed, 3. Rapid Killing, 4. Golden Body Feather, 5. Chain Windblades, 6. Skytearing Claw, 7. Gale Explosion. Lu was a little emotional. Unknowingly, he was already a silver grade beast tamer. On the second day after the auction ended, Lu was woken up by a knock on the door early in the morning. Xiao Xiao, don't knock on the door, let me sleep a little longer. Lu, it's me. When Lu heard that it was Katya's voice, he immediately got up from his bed. Katya? Why was she looking for him so early in the morning? What's the matter? Quickly open the door, quickly open the door. Ah, Lu yawned helplessly and slowly put on his clothes. Just as he opened the door, a black kitten appeared in front of him. This black kitten had a pair of blood-red eyes and golden pupils. It looked extremely beautiful. That's right, this was the blood-eyed golden panther. What's wrong? Blood-eyed golden-eyed panther, do you see it? This is the blood-eyed golden panther. Yes, but so what? Lu had known for a long time that the divine pet egg Katya had obtained yesterday was the blood-eyed golden panther's divine pet egg. Of course, he wasn't surprised at all. My father found a lot of information and only then did he know that this is a blood-eyed golden panther. A very rare fierce beast. I heard that an adult blood-eyed golden panther would have the strength of a king grade. Do you know what a king grade is? Its potential is even higher than my father's flame troll. The strength of a king grade? I'm sorry, but Lu really didn't think much of it. Lu still had the nether bloodthirsty hellvine that had the potential of a god grade. Moreover, the Stormhawk and the Berserk Bear's potential was also much stronger than the blood-eyed golden leopard. Then congratulations, you. How can you be like this? Katya said with some dissatisfaction. Can't you be a little happier? Lu walked into the living room and leaned against the sofa. He was still a little sleepy. But speaking of which, I really have to thank you for getting the blood-eyed golden panther. Lu asked casually. Thank me? Didn't you pick it yourself? If it weren't for you, I definitely wouldn't have picked it. Katya recalled that when she was choosing the divine pet eggs yesterday, she had asked Lu. In the end, the divine pet eggs that she had chosen at the beginning were all rejected by Lu. It was not until she had chosen the blood-eyed golden panther that Lu revealed a smile on his face, confirming her taste. Therefore, Katya knew very well that she was able to get the blood-eyed golden panther not because of her good taste, nor because of her good luck, but because of Lu. At that time, she only had the mentality of giving it a try, and had only gotten 5,000 gold coins alone. Katya carried the kitten that was still the pup of the blood-eyed golden panther to Lu's side. Then, she suddenly moved closer to his ear and asked in a low voice, Lu, listen to me. Those 2 divine pets of yours are very powerful. Do you have any secrets? What secrets can I have? Maybe I'm just lucky. Lucky? Katya nodded. Maybe I was the one who touched your good luck yesterday. Lu nodded seriously. Yes, it's very possible. Anyway, I want to thank you. As you wish. Katya sat for a while and then left, saying that she was going to train the blood-eyed golden panther well. Once she left, Lu couldn't sleep either. He could only go out for a walk. After 5 days of vacation, Lu returned to the reclamation unit to report. However, after entering the first team, Lu was surprised to find that many new faces had joined the first team. As soon as Lu appeared, he was surrounded by enthusiastic people. These unfamiliar beast tamers were all somewhat enthusiastic. Lu, my name is Funi. From now on, we will be comrades. Lu, I am Sunny. I just joined the first team. Please give me your guidance. Big brother Lu, my name is Wu Meng. I used to be a beast tamer in Starry City. These beast tamers were all older than Lu. Lu, who was not even 18 years old, was already called Big Brother by others. However, Lu also knew the identity of these unfamiliar beast tamers. They were all from Starry City. Don't talk about taking care of or not taking care of. From now on, we are all comrades in arms. Lu bade farewell to this enthusiastic new comrade in arms and hid in his own small shabby room. This group of people was too enthusiastic, and Lu was somewhat unable to bear it. Not long after Lu returned, Mora came looking for him, saying that the captain Sang-kun had something to ask of him. Seeing Lu, Sang-kun was very warm to Lu. Come, sit down and talk. Captain, what's the matter? After discussing with the 7-star city military department, they have unanimously decided to promote your military rank to captain. This is your new uniform. Lu was slightly surprised. His second lieutenant's military rank had not even warmed up yet, and now he had directly crossed the middle guard and advanced to captain? If it weren't for the fact that you're too young, with your contributions in Starry City, it wouldn't be too much to give you a colonel rank. Alright. Thank you, Captain. You should thank the Guardian. Yes, oh right, Lu, let me tell you something. The smile on Sang-kun's face disappeared slightly, and his expression became serious. What is it, Captain? Are you already a silver-grade beast tamer? A high-level beast tamer could easily see the strength of a low-level beast tamer. Lu did not have anything to hide. Yes, I am already a silver-grade beast tamer. Sang-kun rubbed his head, trying hard to keep his expression calm. You are not even 18 years old, but you're already a silver-grade beast tamer. I am no longer qualified to evaluate your talent. After Sang-kun regained his composure, he said, it's like this. Every city in the southwest will hold a martial arts competition every 3 years. Every major city will need to send 3 beast tamers under the age of 20 to participate. Originally, we wanted you to experience the chaos to commemorate it. I didn't expect that your strength would improve so quickly. Next time you say that you're a gold-grade beast tamer, I won't be surprised. Next May, the tournament will be held. The Guardian hopes that you can reach the standard of 7-star city to participate in the tournament. If you can get that good result, the reward will be very generous. Are you interested? Lu replied, of course I'm interested. I want to go out and have a look. Yes, as a beast master, you absolutely cannot be closed door to build a car. While you're young, you have to go out and have a look. Sang-kun also smiled and encouraged. This time in the Illumination Empire's Southwest Alliance tournament, you can see the geniuses of other cities, and be anxious with those young geniuses. Only then can you get a greater improvement. In fact, Lu didn't think too much about it. After becoming a silver-grade beast tamer, Lu discovered a problem that everyone else would encounter. Silver-grade fierce beasts were already relatively rare in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. There were large-scale violent crocodiles in Violent Crocodile Beach. There were bronze bulls appeared on the grass near 7-star City. There were also countless venom spiders in the old grass. However, it was hard to find any silver-grade beast horde in the entire Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. Most of the silver-grade beasts in the vicinity of Mysterious Fantasy Mountain were lone wolves. This made Lu slightly unhappy. This meant that Lu's chances of advancement in the future could be slowed down. However, Lu could accept it. After all, he had long been mentally prepared. Moreover, his strength had risen far beyond his peers. At this time, Lu and the other silver-grade beast tamers of the reclamation troops were also facing a difficult situation. In order to complete their daily hunting mission, they had to kill at least 2 silver-grade fierce beasts. However, if they wanted to kill silver-grade fierce beasts, the first step was to find them. At the signal, Lu was already prepared. Stormhawk, help me search for a silver-grade fierce beast. The Stormhawk was flying in the outer area of the mystic Yellow Mountain. In the outer area of the Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, there was also a patch of forest. The sight of the forest obstructed the Stormhawk's line of sight. But even so, the speed at which Lu was training a silver-grade divine beast was much faster than an ordinary beast tamer. Within an hour, the Stormhawk had made a discovery. Two adult fiery red rock bulls with four-limbed calves were drinking by the river. An adult fiery red rock bull was a silver-grade fierce beast. Stormhawk, chain wind blades. The Stormhawk flapped its wings, and its huge green blades attacked the family of 6 who were drinking. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a low-grade silver red rock bull. Express, 30,000. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a mid-grade silver red rock bull. Express, 100,000. After digging out 2 silver-grade crystal cores, Lou left the scene with the Stormhawk. Today's mission was completed. With such a small harvest, Lou naturally could not stop immediately. As the first team publicly recognized mission maniac, Lou was famous for being a workaholic. When it was almost noon, the Stormhawk found another silver-grade crimson blood-flying fox. At this time, Lou's hands were itchy. He also wanted to try the ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine. Returning to the ground, he let the Stormhawk fly around. Lou unleashed the berserk bear into the beast taming space, and the bloodthirsty hell vine was summoned to his body. More than 10 blood-red vines as thick as an adult's arm grew out from his hands, chest, and back. On those blood-red vines, there were also sharp barbs and sharp circular leaves. They were like blades, enough to easily reap all life. Seeing this scene, Lou felt like a tentacle monster. At this moment, the crimson blood-flying fox also discovered his existence. However, the crimson blood-flying fox's first reaction was not to run away, but to attack. The crimson blood-flying fox opened its mouth and spat out a crimson fireball. It shot towards Lou with a terrifying high temperature. With a thought from Lou, more than 10 blood-red vines instantly shot towards the fireball. The corner of the crimson blood-flying fox's mouth curled up in a human-like manner, as if it was mocking Lou. Even fierce beasts knew that fire was the bane of plants. But very quickly, the crimson blood-flying fox's eyes widened. Because it realized that the fireball it shot out was forcefully extinguished by the blood-colored vines. That's right, it was extinguished. It was as if it was extinguishing some small spark. Seeing this situation, Lou was extremely happy. The bloodthirsty hell vine's myth innate ability, fire resistance, was definitely the nemesis of fire-type fierce beasts if it was activated. Retracting the vine and extinguishing the fireball, the leaves on the blood-colored vine were not burnt. The crimson blood-flying fox, who did not believe it, once again shot out 3 fireballs the size of basketballs. However, these fireballs were still in the air, and they were all extinguished by Lou. The crimson blood-flying fox's eyes flashed with a fierce light, and it once again shot out a large number of flames. It was like a flamethrower. From a distance of more than 10 meters, the raging flames directly touched Lou's head. Block. More than 10 vines formed a barrier in front of Lou. The raging flames were all blocked by the crimson vines. Not bad, Lou nodded. He was very satisfied with the bloodthirsty hell vine's defense against the flames. The game is over. While the flames filled the sky, 2 blood-colored vines instantly shot towards the crimson blood-flying fox, trapping it completely. The flames disappeared, and the other blood-colored vines were still in front of Lou, dancing as if they were taking credit. Lou felt that this scene was not quite right. The crimson blood-flying fox was still struggling, but more than 10 blood-colored vines were like pythons, wrapping around it tightly. The sharp barbs and sharp leaves cut through the crimson blood-flying fox's body. As the strength of the vines tightened, the crimson blood-flying fox finally suffocated to death. Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a mid-grade silver crimson blood-flying fox. Express, 100,000. Putting down the crimson blood-flying fox's corpse, pink sprouts quickly appeared on the crimson blood-flying fox's corpse. Not long after, the crimson blood-flying fox was only left with its fur and bones. A silver mid-grade bloodthirsty hellvine's child body appeared in front of Lou. Lou licked his dry lips. The most powerful thing about the bloodthirsty hell vine was not its fire resistance. It was its ability to grow and expand mountains. It was like a natural disaster. Wherever it went, it could easily destroy a city. If it wasn't for Lou revealing his information to Morocco and giving the bloodthirsty hell vine some time, it would definitely be able to sweep through the city-state of the southwest of the Illumination Empire. Lou reached out his hand and gently touched the mid-grade silver bloodthirsty hell vine in his hand. The silver-grade bloodthirsty hell vine in his hand didn't have any intention of attacking or resisting. It gently wrapped around Lu's hand as if it was enjoying Lu's touch. He was able to give some simple commands to the silver middle-grade bloodthirsty hell vine. This was the control of the bloodline. More than 10 transparent straws appeared on Lu's body. The transparent straws pierced into the body of the newly born silver middle-grade bloodthirsty hell vine. This newly born bloodthirsty hell vine did not resist much. To be precise, it did not resist at all. As the straws turned blood red, this newly born silver mid-grade bloodthirsty hell vine completely withered. Dane, your divine pet, bloodthirsty hell vine, has been slightly strengthened. Express, 100,000. Lu was slightly stunned when he heard the system notification. Then, he instantly understood. After killing the fierce beast, the system gave him experience points. The bloodthirsty hell vine used its subsidiary body to absorb the nutrients from the fierce beast's corpse, and then strengthened itself once more. The bloodthirsty hell vine was simply gifted. This was equivalent to giving him a double experience card. As expected of a fierce beast with divine potential. At this moment, Lu recalled the conversation he had with the bloodthirsty hell vine the last time. Do you know the Nirvana Phoenix? No, I've always been one. Where were you born? It was a strange world. There was a blazing sun, an energetic water source, and fresh air. But other than me, there were no other creatures, not a single one. You really looked for a changed world. Yes, in that world, I was everywhere. Lu still remembered that he had asked the bloodthirsty hell vine, do you think that you killed all the creatures in that world? The bloodthirsty hell vine answered him that she had lost part of her memory and could not recall it no matter how hard she tried. Then how did you come to this world? I was tired of it. The world collapsed. I drifted around and fell asleep. When I woke up, I appeared here. This world is full of vitality. I want beautiful flowers to bloom all over the world. At that time, the words of the bloodthirsty hell vine had shocked Lu greatly. Lu had some understanding of the theory of the universe's multiplicity. But in reality, it was the first time he had heard of it. This was the first time he had encountered a strange beast from another world. The thing that caught Lu's attention the most was the strength of the bloodthirsty hell vine back then. The first time he had seen the bloodthirsty hell vine, the system had first told him that the growth potential of the bloodthirsty hell vine was only at God middle grade. A God middle grade fierce beast should not be able to reach a level that could cause the entire world to collapse. What kind of strength were you at your peak? You weren't above the God grade, were you? Lu asked. I don't know. I have no idea. It's just that I lost a lot of my memories after I woke up, the bloodthirsty hell vine replied. There were a lot of mysteries on the bloodthirsty hell vine. But Lu didn't care. No matter how awesome she was in the past, the bloodthirsty hell vine was only his subordinate divine pet now. She had already signed the contract to sell her body. Was she going to go back on her word? Also, the bloodthirsty hell vine's idea of letting the flowers bloom all over the world was destined to be just a dream. To think that she could open up all over the world. Lu had experimented with the bloodthirsty hell vine's myth talent, Whisper of the Earth. Standing in place, his body could easily merge into the soil, and he could naturally traverse the earth without any effort. The only problem was that Lu could not stay in the soil for a long time. Because there was no air in the air, he needed to breathe. However, because Lu was already a silver-grade beast tamer, his physical fitness far exceeded that of an ordinary person. In addition to the boost of the Whisper of the Earth to his recovery ability, he could hold his breath in the soil for about an hour. This ability, Lu felt, could be used to escape. Presences in the soil were hard to detect. Today's mission was considered to have been completed. Lu planned to go look for trouble with the venom spiders. Killing a silver-grade fierce beast would, of course, allow him to complete the mission and gain more experience. However, finding a silver-grade fierce beast would take some time. It would be better to farm the venom spiders. Although the venom spiders had little experience, they had more numbers, so it was better to have more than enough. All in all, if Lu wanted to continue improving his strength, killing the venom spiders was more cost-effective. Changing into a set of old clothes, Lu came to the nest of the venom spiders and let the berserk bear attach itself to his body. The indestructible immortal body of the berserk bear could give Lu a strong sense of security. Taking down the red rock bull's meat from his spatial bag, the venom spiders swarmed out under the strong smell of blood. Soon, they surrounded Lu. These bronze-grade fierce beasts didn't have any brains. They usually relied on their numbers to bully the weak. They were a tyrant in the vicinity, and even silver-grade fierce beasts didn't dare to provoke them. But they just had to bump into Lu. The black venom sprayed over like rain. Lu closed his eyes and released the bloodthirsty hell vine. Attack freely. In the sky, the stormhawk flapped its wings, and wind blades poured down. The bloodthirsty hell vine waved the blood-colored vines, blasting the venom spiders one by one. Blood-red stamens appeared and bloomed, and the air was filled with a pale red mist. On the corpses of the venom spiders, tender pink sprouts appeared one after another. These tender sprouts drained all the nutrients on the corpses, including the rapid growth of the crystal cores, turning them into black iron and bronze-grade bloodthirsty hell vines. Under the control of the main body, these bloodthirsty hell vines began to attack the other venom spiders. What happened in Starry City began to play out near the venom spiders' nests again. This was the reason why Lu wanted the bloodthirsty hell vines the most. The bloodthirsty hell vines was really good at dealing with a sea of fierce beasts. He was not afraid of having too many enemies, but he was afraid of having too few enemies. It could turn countless enemies into subsidiary bodies of puppets and then return to attack. It could create an army of puppets in a short time as a beast. Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a low-grade bronze venom spider. Express, 300. Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a mid-grade bronze venom spider. Express, 1000. Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a mid-grade bronze venom spider. Express, 1000. Lu's ears were ringing with the system notification of the bloodthirsty hell vine killing the venom spiders. The venom spiders had yet to touch the bloodthirsty hell vines when they had a lot of blood. They had only touched the pollen, and the bloodthirsty hell vines had already grown out of their bodies and their eyes. Even the stormhawk's killing efficiency could not match up to the bloodthirsty hell vines. Soon, Lu discovered that the bloodthirsty hell vines were actually moving towards the cave where the venom spiders lived. The bloodthirsty hell vines crawled slowly. The blood-red pollen on their bodies floated in the air and entered the cave where the venom spiders lived. Another series of notifications sounded in his ears. Lu was numb from listening to them and immediately had the system block them. The stormhawk hovered in the air because he had no more prey to hunt. The bloodthirsty hell vine was right next to Lu. It swayed the blood-red vine on its body slightly as if it was very satisfied. Bloodthirsty hell vine. What's the matter? Do you still remember the cane chair you saw last time? I remember, can you make one? Sure. The bloodthirsty hell vine pulled out 10 blood-red vines that were as thick as a finger. The 10 blood-red vines crisscrossed around and easily made a cane chair. Put away the spikes. The edges of the leaves should not be exposed, it's easy to cut people. Oh, then, Lu directly sat on it. Lying comfortably on the rattan chair, Lu narrowed his eyes. This was the real life of a beastmaster. Half an hour later, Lu suddenly heard a system notification. The bloodthirsty hellvine had been upgraded to high-grade silver. This kind of leveling speed left Lu in awe. After filling his teeth, he also knew that the tens of thousands of venom spiders in this nest were completely finished. Ding! Congratulations, host. Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has comprehended a skill during battle, paralyzing venom. Paralyzing venom. The sharp thorns and sharp leaves of the bloodthirsty hell vine will inject paralyzing venom into the enemy's body when they cut open the enemy's wound, causing the enemy's body to be paralyzed. That's right, your strength has increased by 1 level, and the poison glands have grown out. Lu turned around and looked at the bloodthirsty hell vine beside him. He smiled and said, "How is it? Following me. Do you feel that your strength has inexplicably increased?" As soon as Lu said these words, the loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine had increased a little, reaching an extremely high 90 points. As expected, people had to be a little more pretentious and learn how to act cool. Lu gently stroked the rattan chair and said, "I can feel your loyalty to me. Don't worry, I will slowly nurture you in the future. Maybe I can help you regain your memories and make you stronger than when you were at your peak." The voice of the bloodthirsty hell vine sounded in Lu's mind. When that time comes, can I plant flowers all over the world? He was probably thinking of nothing. No, Lu rejected it bluntly. Then, something unexpected happened. The loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine directly dropped to 25 points. From 90 points to 65 points, it was almost at the warning line. Your flowers are very beautiful. They are the most beautiful words in the world that I have ever seen. Lu quietly held the bloodthirsty hell vine on the rattan chair and said with an overbearing tone, "Your flowers can only bloom for me to admire alone. Others are not worthy." As soon as Lu said this, the loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine to him instantly soared to 85. It was as exciting as a roller coaster, really? The bloodthirsty hell vine's voice was obviously very happy. Of course it's true. Why would I lie to you? Then, Lu noticed that the loyalty of the bloodthirsty hell vine to him had increased to 93. That sentence just now was just a casual remark from Lu. He just wanted to give it a try. When he said it, even Lu felt that he was very mushy and greasy. But he didn't expect that the bloodthirsty hell vine seemed to like this. She actually liked the overbearing CEO type. But speaking of which, the bloodthirsty hell vine was indeed a blank sheet of paper. System: will the growth potential of the fierce beasts also decrease? If they are seriously injured, of course they will. Then, are there levels above God-grade divine pets? Of course there are. It's just that at that level, it's very difficult to judge them by their levels. Hearing the system's answer, Lu understood a lot. But he didn't care. He believed that as long as he worked hard to increase his strength step by step, sooner or later, he would definitely be able to touch that mysterious region. After completely destroying the venom spider's lair, the bloodthirsty hell vine was able to devour all of its subsidiary bodies, and the experience points it gained began to rise again. Following that, he did not release the bloodthirsty hell vine anymore. Although the bloodthirsty hell vine with god-grade potential was powerful, the Stormhawk and the Berserk Bear had his nurturing, and their potential was not inferior at all. If it was a one-on-one fight, the Stormhawk and the Berserk Bear would not be afraid of the bloodthirsty hell vine. In fact, they might even have the upper hand. Moreover, the myth talent of the Stormhawk, Dark Knight Meteor, and the myth talent of the Berserk Bear, Immortal Body, were very important to Lu. Ding! Your divine pet, Berserk Bear, has gained a skill through battle, Sky-Shaking Roar. Sky-Shaking Roar. This divine pet has gained a skill through its roar to increase its own battle intent. It can intimidate enemies in a large area. There is a chance that the enemy will fall into fear and run for their lives. Seeing that the Berserk Bear had gained another skill, Lu was very satisfied. The skills of the Berserk Bear were indeed a little too few. 2 months had passed unknowingly. During these 2 months, Lu had been focused on hunting fierce beasts to increase his strength. 7-Star City was also stable, without any disturbances. During these 2 months, the divine pets under Lu had also been growing rapidly. The Berserk Bear had leveled up to middle grade silver. The Stormhawk had leveled up to high grade silver. The bloodthirsty hell vine had also leveled up to top grade silver. Compared to the efficiency of killing, the Lu was still no match for the Stormhawk and the bloodthirsty hell vine. The price of the bloodthirsty hell vine leveling up to top grade silver was that the mysterious fantasy mountain venom spider clan was almost wiped out by Lu. Lu calculated the time. There were still 3 months left before the Southwest Beast Tamer competition that Sang-kun had mentioned. Within 2 to 3 months, Lu might be able to become a gold-grade beast tamer. At this time, the Stormhawk that was soaring in the sky landed beside Lu told Lu that there were people from the Berserk Bear mercenary group quickly approaching. They also brought a golden hound and a powerful golden eagle in the sky. Because the Stormhawk flew fast and had a high vision talent, it was not discovered by those people. Golden Hound? Berserk Bear mercenary group? Lu was a little unhappy and said, "They are really evil. Didn't I just kill a few of them?" He estimated that when he was chasing after the silver-grade fierce beasts, he had left a scent along the way. How are their strengths? The Stormhawk's answer was 2 silver-grade beast tamers, 3 bronze-grade beast tamers, and 1 that he could not see through. If he could not see through, then it was most likely that he was stronger than the Stormhawk. He might even be a gold-grade beast tamer. The Berserk Bear mercenary group was known as the strongest mercenary group in 7-Star City because they had a gold-grade beast tamer in their mercenary group. When Lu met this small team, 1 gold-grade, 2 silver-grade, and 3 bronze-grade beast tamers, the configuration of this small team was already very luxurious. Lu was considering whether he should completely eliminate this small team. Being remembered by people every day, he was quite unhappy. Dang it. Mission issued. Annihilate the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group who came to seek revenge. Mission success. You can specify the skills of the Berserk Bear mercenary group to your divine pets, each with a talent. Hearing that the system was issuing a mission, Lu's mood was good again. The more the merrier, he could not wait for the system to give him missions every day. This way, the divine pets under him would become stronger and stronger. After being able to receive a skill from the Berserk Bear mercenary group, Lu suddenly hoped that the enemy would be stronger. In the distance, the deputy leader of the Berserk Bear mercenary group, Tongwo, asked calmly, "Are you sure that the smell just now was the smell of the bullets?" "Of course I'm sure. My golden hound has the most sensitive nose in the entire 7-star city. It can't be wrong." The beast tamer who owned the golden hound was obviously very confident. He said with certainty, "The smell is very fresh. About 10 minutes ago, he passed by here." "That's good." Tongwo gritted his teeth and said, "I didn't expect that he didn't go to the violent crocodile beach or find trouble with the bronze bulls. Instead, he came here. It seems that his strength has already broken through to silver. If they didn't have silver grade strength, it would be very dangerous. It's just a silver grade beast master. It's nothing at all, not to mention that leader Tongwo is still here. That's right, let's go take revenge for our dead brothers. Leader, it's his bad luck that he met us today." "Right, leader, let's go kill that bastard right now." Almost all the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group were Tongwo's trusted aides. They all knew that the murderer had killed Tongwo's family. "Get the golden hound to lead the way. Get ready for battle." Tongwo immediately ordered, "Also, release all the flying-type divine pets. Don't let that person escape in midair." "Yes, leader." The 2 silver flying-type divine pets flew into the sky. Together with Tongwo's gold-grade golden saber eagle, they believed that the other party wouldn't be able to escape. After calling out the flying-type divine pets, the few beast masters also called out the faster divine pets. Very quickly, they ran to an empty space. The empty space's position was broken, the rocks were shattered, and the black soil was exposed in the air. It was as if they had just experienced a great battle. There was only the corpse of a low-grade silver fierce beast, the clouded leopard. A big hole had been cut in the clouded leopard's head, and its crystal core had been dug out. "Where did he run off to?" asked Tongwo. "Golden hound, in which direction did that bastard run to?" The golden hound stopped in its tracks. The hound was sniffing Lu's scent on the ground. However, at this moment, a blood-red vine broke out from the ground and instantly strangled the golden hound's neck. With a crack, the silver-grade golden hound's neck was directly snapped. At the same time, more than 30 blood-red vines broke out from the ground. Lu Wei, the beast tamer on the scene, was as fast as lightning. "Watch your step." Tongwo's reaction was the fastest. He directly jumped out of the area. However, his 5 subordinates were not very lucky. They were all entangled by the bloodthirsty hell vine. Even with the help of the divine pet's power, the 3 bronze beast tamers were unable to break free from the bloodthirsty hell vine's binding. The bloodthirsty hell vine was like a python coiling around them, squeezing out all the air in their lungs bit by bit. Along with the sound of their bones breaking, the 3 bronze beast tamers died instantly. "Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a silver mid-grade golden hound. Express, 100,000. Dang! Your divine pet, bloodthirsty hellvine, has killed a bronze high-grade beast tamer. Express, 300. The 2 silver-grade beast tamers, who thought they were slightly more powerful, actually borrowed the power of their divine beasts and forcefully broke the entanglement of the bloodthirsty hell vine. They jumped out. However, even if they did, he wouldn't feel good either. The sharp leaves that were scattered all over the bloodthirsty hell vine had almost cut their legs into pieces. Fresh blood dripped down, and the wounds were so deep that their bones could be seen. Seeing that there was still a beast master who had not taken it out, Tongwo summoned a 2-meter-long emerald mantis and ordered, "Jade mantis, cut off those vines." The jade mantis received the order and waved its sharp scythe, fiercely cutting at the blood-red vines. But what Tongwo did not expect happened. The jade mantis's unusually sharp scythe couldn't cut through the blood-red vines. There was only one chance, At this moment, the silver-grayed beast tamer who was pulled into the soil by more than 10 blood-red vines was completely disappeared in front of the two beast tamers. Only the blood-red soil was left on the scene. Damn it, you son of a B***tch. Come out if you have the guts. Being ambushed and losing 4 beast tamers in an instant, how could Ah Tongwo not be angry when he didn't even know what the other party was? Ah Tongwo roared angrily and summoned all of his divine pets. Thousand-legged centipede, dig those damn guys out. Right at this moment, a sharp eagle's voice came from the sky. Ah Tongwo raised his head and saw his golden saber eagle and a huge black flying-type pet fighting together. There were 2 berserk bear mercenary groups silver-grade flying-type pets in the air, but now, the 2 flying-type pets were gone. Ah Tongwo instantly figured out who was ambushing them. Golden saber eagle, it's only a silver-grade divine pet, kill it. But something that Ah Tongwo had never dreamed of in his entire life had happened. In the battle in the sky, the gold-grade golden saber eagle in his hands was actually at an absolute disadvantage. The golden saber eagle was good at aerial combat, but that silver-grade pet was too fast. The golden saber eagle could not even touch its feathers. The golden saber eagle could not help but be unable to touch its opponent. It was also attacked by its opponent's wind blades from time to time. In aerial combat, the golden saber eagle was already heavily injured after only 3 or 4 regroups. The Stormhawk's chain wind blades were not that simple. After the 10 times increase of the Storm King's talent, its power was formidable. Ah Tongwo's face darkened. He suddenly had a very bad premonition. It was raining all night. Just as Ah Tongwo was observing his surroundings, trying to find the enemy hiding in the dark, he suddenly received a signal from the thousand-legged centipede. The thousand-legged centipede had encountered big trouble in the tunnel it had just dug. Just as he was about to go to the rescue, blood dripped down, but the tunnel was completely blocked. Ah Tongwo shouted angrily, "Damn bastard, come out if you have the guts." At this time, the only remaining silver-grade beast master at the scene asked in a horrified tone, "Commander, what the hell is this?" Ah Tongwo looked at the wound under his feet, and a lot of blood-red vines suddenly grew out. Dig it out quickly. However, that silver-grade beast master's reaction was still too slow. He tried his best to pull the bloodthirsty hell vine that had grown out, but he found that the bloodthirsty hell vine was extremely tough. When he pulled it, intense pain came from his thigh. It was obviously the bloodthirsty hell vine on his ankle, but when he pulled it, his thigh would hurt. All the beast tamers who had fought in the Starry City knew that when they were fighting with the bloodthirsty hell vine, once the young shoots of the bloodthirsty hell vine grew out of their wounds, they had to dig them out immediately. But the people of the berserk bear mercenary group didn't know. They had never experienced it before. They didn't know the name of the bloodthirsty hell vine and why was it called the bloodthirsty hell vine. "Let me help you." Ah Tongwo took 2 or 3 steps in front of his opponent. He grabbed the bloodthirsty hell vine and pulled it with all his strength. "It hurts, leader. It hurts so much. Stop pulling it." However, Ah Tongwo knew that he had to pull the plant out. If he did not pull it out, his subordinate would be dead for sure. When he borrowed the power of his divine pet to pull the bloodthirsty hell vine out, Ah Tongwo turned around and found that his subordinate was no longer breathing. The roots of the bloodthirsty hell vine's subsidiary body had long since grown into his internal organs. He angrily tore the silver-grade bloodthirsty hell vine's subsidiary body into a few pieces. When he raised his head again, his golden saber eagle fell from the sky with a miserable cry. And underground, the thousand-legged centipede had also lost its breath. In less than a few minutes, all of his subordinates had died tragically, and 2 gold-grade divine pets had died in battle. As for Ah Tongwo, he did not even know what the enemy looked like, or even where they were. At this moment, the sound of heavy footsteps could be heard from underground. Finally, you can't stand it anymore and want to come out. Ah Tongwo held his breath and let the jade mantis stand by his side. His eyes were fixed on the cave. He wanted to know who his enemy was. Soon, an ugly berserk bear rushed out from the ground. And behind it, there was a gold-grade bloodthirsty hell vine. In the sky, the Stormhawk's sharp eagle eyes locked onto Ah Tongwo and dove down. Ah Tongwo's body was frozen in place, his eyes wide open. "Ding! Your divine pet, berserk bear, has killed a gold-grade beast tamer. Express, 1 million. Underground, there was a tremor. Lu's body slowly rose up from the ground. His entire body was covered in blood-red vines, that's right. During the battle just now, Lu had been using the ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine to hide underground. From the beginning to the end, he did not show his face. He was using the sensing ability of the bloodthirsty hell vine. As long as there were vines, he could sense the enemy's position. It wasn't that he was afraid of the Berserk Bear mercenary group's gold-grade beast tamer. Instead, he felt that hiding underground was like a cat playing with a mouse. The process of killing the enemy was quite interesting. Moreover, commanding a pet underground was also considered a tactical choice. Beast tamers would design several battle plans according to their pet type. Lu walked to the front of the gold-grade beast tamer and glanced at him. This beast tamer, even when he died, he still hadn't closed his eyes. His eyes were wide open, and he couldn't believe it. "Oh right, they all called you leader. What's your name again?" That's right. Lu still didn't know Tongwo's real name. Bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Dispose of the corpse. The bloodthirsty hell vine left Lu's body and the berserk bear that fused into Lu's body. Lu would never forget to save his life. It had to be said that the bloodthirsty hell vine was very good at disposing of corpses. It even dug out all the nearby soil layers. Ding! Congratulations to host for completing the mission. You may receive the skills of a divine pet from members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. Each member has a talent. Lu glanced at the skills and talents of the divine pets of the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. Only the divine pet of the gold-grade beast master was somewhat useful, but there was nothing that he was interested in. There were some skills that he could see the damage, but his divine pets did not have the corresponding attributes. He hesitated for a minute, and finally set his eyes on the golden hound that he killed first with the bloodthirsty hell vine. This golden hound had some extraordinary talent. It actually had a rare-level talent for sensitive smell. Was the talent for smell important? Of course it was important. In 7-Star City, Golden Hound was difficult to deal with, and others chased after it. They were born with a very strong sense of smell, and they were especially good at tracking. In the wild, it could lead the beast tamer to chase after its prey, or avoid danger. As long as there was a Golden Hound, whether it was the military or the large mercenary groups, they would welcome you to join them. Lu had already tasted the sweetness of this kind of detection-type skill. For example, the eagle eye of the Stormhawk. If he did not have the eagle eye talent, Lu would not have been able to discover the Berserk Bear mercenary group before them. If he did not have the eagle eye talent, Lu would have found it difficult to search for the bloodthirsty hell vine that had escaped. Lu himself could not stand the harassment of the Golden Hound. I want the Golden Hound's sensitive sense of smell talent, as well as its sense of smell tracking skill. Ding! Please choose the divine pet that you want to nurture. Lu glanced at the bloodthirsty hell vine and released the berserk bear. He stretched out his hand, and the ferocious head of the berserk bear immediately hung down, sticking its head onto his hand. This talent ability is for you. Ding! Your divine pet, berserk bear, has acquired a rare grade smell talent, and has acquired a smell tracking skill. Ding! Your divine pet, berserk bear, has gained an increase in growth potential, from middle grade king to low grade emperor. Name: Berserk Bear. Talent: 1. Immortal Body. Myth: 2. Rage Burst. Rare. 3. Strength. Rare. 4. Sensitive Sense of Smell. Rare. Growth Potential: low grade emperor tier, strength level, mid grade silver. Experience points: 2,496,598. 3 millions. Attributes: Beast, Earth. Loyalty: 99. Skills: 1. Wild Bear's Paw. 2. Wild Run Earth Type. 3. Earth Wall. 4. Earth Armor. 5. Sky Shaking Roar. 6. Sense of Smell Tracking. The Stormhawk had been flying in the sky. The bloodthirsty hell vine was also not suitable for the sense of smell talent. Only the Berserk Bear, who was born with a good sense of smell, was most suitable for this talent and skill. Lu put the bloody bullet into his pocket. He kept the bloodthirsty hell vine and went straight back to the camp. The Berserk Bear had killed the gold-grade beast tamer. It had gained a lot of experience points and was about to level up. As for the bloodthirsty hell vine, it would take some time for it to level up. It was not that Lu had not thought of using the bloodthirsty hell vine to level up to gold grade in one go, but that would be too high profile. Even if he leveled up to gold grade beast master, he only had one gold grade pet. The overall combat strength was also weak. Moreover, Lu had always been on guard against the bloodthirsty Hell Vine. The loyalty of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine, which was sometimes high and sometimes low, made Lu feel insecure. The bloodthirsty Hell Vine could be used, but Lu didn't think that he could rely on it too much. For him, the Berserk Bear and the Stormhawk were also very important. As soon as he returned to the camp, Lu saw that the entrance of the military camp was surrounded by the beast tamers of the first team. Speaking of which, 3 years have already passed without me realizing it. I don't have a chance anymore. I'm already past my age, I don't even have the qualifications to register. I feel that Lu definitely has a chance, he's too young. But his strength? I have nothing to say about his strength, he's just a pervert. Lu's silver grade strength was even more ferocious, he did not hide anything. He would occasionally spar with other beast tamers. In the battle with the first team's beast tamers, he had not lost a single battle. All the members of the first team were not gold grade beast masters. Gold grade beast masters were experts in 7-star city. Gold grade beast masters were already qualified to be high-level military officers, just like Sang-kun. After the battle, he received the Starry City First Class Hero Medal. Now, Lu's prestige in the first team had already surpassed the team leader, Mora. Mora would occasionally complain to Lu, asking if Lu wanted to be the team leader. In any case, his military rank was enough. Of course, Lu wouldn't agree. If he did, then he wouldn't have the free time to go to the mysterious fantasy mountain to hunt fierce beasts. Lu went over and asked, "What are you really doing?" As soon as Wu Meng saw Lu, he smiled and gave up his seat. Another year of young geniuses from the Southwest City State. I think Lu is definitely qualified to represent 7-star city this year. When the other beast masters surrounding the bulletin board heard Lu's voice, they immediately gave way to him. "Lu, go and register. That's right, you are indeed qualified. Under 20 years old, there are not many silver-grade beast tamers in our 7-star city. If you go, you will definitely sweep a large area. I feel that Lu doesn't need to compete at all. Just settle it internally." Right, with his strength, the military should settle it internally. Going there is also a waste of time. Lu took a look at the notice. The content was the Southwest City State Youth Tournament that Sang-kun had mentioned to him not long ago. 7-star city was going to hold a preliminary competition. Through the battle, 3 beast tamers representing 7-star city would be selected. The registration requirements were very simple. Life and death were innocent. Under the age of 20, the identity of the beast tamer had to reach bronze grade. "Lu, you must participate, Sang-kun had already asked Lu. Moreover, he heard that the reward was not bad. There was no reason for him to refuse. Yes, let some of them know how powerful the 15th Mobile Unit's first team is. Lu walked into the camp. Not long after, Mora came to inform him that Sang-kun wanted to see him. Seeing Lu, Sang-kun asked straightforwardly, "Then you know about the preliminaries, right?" "Yes, did you sign up? Didn't I agree?" Sang-kun smiled and said, "That's good. I will help you to save your money. I will instruct them to help you prepare the information. You don't have to worry about it." Hearing Sang-kun's words, Lu was even more satisfied. He had seen the requirements for the preliminaries and had to pay the registration fee. He also needed a lot of forms and a few documents to prove it. This thing looked very troublesome. If he did not have any connections, he might have to run for a few days. In the end, Captain Sang-kun asked someone else to do it for him. "Captain, how many days will the preliminaries take? If it's fast, it might take 10 days. 10 days. Lu could already bring the Berserk Bear along with him. When Lu encountered a battle, the system would occasionally issue missions. However, for all the missions, the enemy and his level had to be about the same. If he were to participate in the preliminaries, he would most likely not trigger any missions. The delay is a bit long." Sang-kun lowered his head and said in a low voice, "I am very clear about your strength. I will help you ask the Lord Guardian's opinion." "Thank you, Captain. What's there to thank? You are my subordinate. If you can get good results, I will also be honored. Don't worry, I won't let down the team leader's expectations." "I understand, go." Lu left Sang-kun's tent happily and returned to the first team. He heard many people talking about the preliminaries. Everyone was very interested in this matter. Even the beast tamers who didn't meet the requirements were very interested in it. Several young beast tamers under the age of 20 have said that they intended to sign up. We never thought of getting into the top 3, we just want to accumulate experience. That's right, we're just sparring with others. There are so many young experts in 7-Star City. It's already very good that we can make it to the semi-finals. Seeing Lu come over, they hurriedly greeted him. Big brother Lu, are you going to participate in the preliminaries? Without realizing it, Lu had already risen to the position of big brother. Even Wu Yuchen, who was a lot older than him, followed suit and called him Big Brother Lu. Of course, most of them were teasing him. This made Lu a little depressed. Was he very old? He was clearly very young. Alright, I'm going to participate. Then when are you going to prepare the forms? Wait a minute, I'm not busy. At this time, Lu would never say that someone would help him sign up. After returning to his simple room, Lu fell asleep very quickly. 3 days later, Sang-kun invited Lu again. Sang-kun still spoke in the style of a straightforward and capable soldier. The guardian said that if you're busy, he will directly give you a spot for the semifinals. At that time, you only need to spend 1 day to participate in the semifinals and finals. After all, you're going to represent our 7-Star City to participate in the martial arts competition. If you don't even show up, there will definitely be people in 7-Star City who will be dissatisfied. Ordinary people will also think that we're playing dirty tricks. Can I? Lu felt that this backdoor of his was a little too arrogant. If you're not willing, you can still fight from the beginning to the end. I'm willing, of course I'm willing. No matter what, Lu, had relied on his own ability to go through the back door. As long as his strength was strong, he was not afraid of others gossiping about him. At worst, he could just stand on the stage and fight a few matches properly. For the rest of the time, Lu focused on increasing the strength of the Berserk Bear. The Berserk Bear's defense and strength had yet to comprehend any particularly powerful skills. When it came to killing fierce beasts, it could only act on its own. Its efficiency was much slower than the Stormhawk and the bloodthirsty Hellvine. Almost 10 days later, the Berserk Bear was successfully upgraded to high-grade silver. When Lu returned to the camp, he realized that all the members in the camp were looking at him with a strange expression. Lu asked curiously, "Why are you looking at me? Is my face dirty?" Wu Yuchen probed, "Lu, have you forgotten something? What is it? Haven't you noticed that there are fewer people here?" Lu took a look. The number of people chatting around the bonfire was indeed fewer than before. "So what? Lu, today is the preliminaries, did you forget about this matter?" Wu Yuchen said with some madness. "This is related to whether or not you can represent our 7-Star City to participate in the Illumination Empire's Southwest City State Youth Genius Competition. How could you forget such an important thing?" Lu suddenly felt enlightened. "So it's today." "Yeah, the rest of the Chin family went to participate in the competition. I saw you go out this morning, and I thought you were going to participate in the competition." Lu waved his hand and said, "It's okay, don't worry." "You don't want to go?" "Of course I want to go." "Then why did you forget such an important day?" The other beast masters of the first team also said. "Yeah, why did you forget this day? Lu, why don't you go and tell the captain?" Seeing that so many seniors were concerned about him, Lu felt a little embarrassed. He walked to the bonfire and whispered, "Don't worry, Captain Sang-kun told me to participate in the competition on the last day of the competition, so it doesn't matter if I don't go today." FCK, it's the semi-finals this year. There's no one else, I mean, how could you forget such an important day? You made us worry for nothing, why didn't you tell us earlier? Lu said a little embarrassedly, "How could I have the nerve to tell others about this?" "But that's true. If I directly participate in the semifinals, there probably won't be anyone else. Those who don't know will think that there is a conspiracy." "Lu, are you related to the higher-ups?" One by one, the beast masters began to ask about him again. Lu couldn't take it anymore, so he went straight to the cafeteria to eat. After staying in the military camp for another 7 days, Lu and Mora took a 3-day vacation. Mora knew that he was going to participate in the preliminaries and even encouraged him a few words. After returning home, Yan met with Hestia and Shu Xiaoxiao. Shu Xiaoxiao opened her mouth and asked, "Brother Lu, did you participate in the 7-Star City's Young Genius preliminaries? As long as you enter the top 3, you can represent our 7-Star City to participate in the preliminaries of the Illumination Empire's Southwest City State Young Genius Tournament?" Lu nodded. "Yes." Shu Xiaoxiao asked curiously, "But why don't I see Big Brother Lu?" Lu smiled and said, "Don't tell me you think that I've been eliminated?" Shu Xiaoxiao looked at Lu suspiciously. "But I don't see Big Brother Lu." Lu smiled and said quietly with her little hair, "When have I ever lied to you? That's probably because you didn't notice." Shu Xiaoxiao continued, "Brother Lu is so powerful. He will definitely get second place and represent our 7-star city." "Why am I second place? Do you think that brother doesn't have the ability to get first place? Didn't you say that there is a conspiracy in this year's preliminaries? The first place has already been decided internally?" Who is so capable? The first place in his heart? Even if he walked the path of the Lord Guardian, he didn't have the ability to do so. Lu was puzzled. Sang Kun hadn't even revealed this matter to Lu. The first place in the preliminaries was definitely his, Lu. Even if there was a conspiracy going on, he would have to trouble Lu to give up the first place. Wouldn't it be good if he was second and third place in the conspiracy? There was no need to doubt Lu's strength. Who else could be stronger than him? Shu Xiaoxiao replied, "I heard from others that someone directly entered into the semifinals." Lu was a little embarrassed. The one who entered into the semifinals seemed to be himself. Shu Xiaoxiao continued to whisper, "They all said that it was a conspiracy. If they said that the final champion, it would definitely be that person who entered out of nowhere." Seeing Lu's complicated expression, Shu Xiaoxiao thought that Lu was sad. Therefore, she comforted him gently. "Brother Lu, don't worry too much. You're so strong. Even if you don't get the first place, you can still get the second place. That's pretty good. When the time comes for the youth tournament in the Southwest City State, that guy will still reveal his true form. You can still prove your strength. That big B** starred who is a conspiracy is destined to not go far. Big Brother Lu will always be the best. I believe that you have to work hard too." Being comforted and isolated by his own sister, Lu was both touched and helpless. He rubbed Shu Xiaoxiao's hair and said, "Xiaoxiao, do you know that the person who is involved in the shady business and is determined to be the first place in the semifinals is me?" Seeing Shu Xiaoxiao's dumbfounded look, Lu could not help but want to laugh. "Really, brother? Why would I lie to you, Brother Lu? You are really too awesome." Lu teased, "Didn't you say that the person who is involved in the shady business is a big bastard?" Shu Xiaoxiao shook her head and said, "It's not the same. Brother Lu must be too awesome to be able to directly control the semifinals of the fairway, right? Other people's semifinals were a black curtain. His semifinals were strength." Shu Xiaoxiao's double standards made Lu feel like it was very funny. Shu Xiaoxiao still had a lot of faith in Lu's strength. After a good day of rest, Lu did not continue to rest at home the next day. Instead, he was dragged by Shu Xiaoxiao to the venue of the selection competition. The 7-star city's genius selection competition was set outside the city. A large, empty field could be used by beast tamers at will. By the time Lu and the others arrived, the field was already filled with spectators. The selection competition was not something that could be seen every year. It was only held once every 3 years. Therefore, as long as people had the time, be it beast tamers or commoners, they would come to witness the 7-star city's young geniuses competition. Especially those commoners, they rarely saw beast tamers fight. In this world, fierce beasts were rampant, and there were dangers everywhere. Everyone was in danger, and entertainment was scarce. Those powerful beast tamers, those young genius beast tamers, were the most dazzling stars. Those beast tamers with great strength, those young genius beast tamers, were the most dazzling stars. Some safe cities would even specially create their own beast tamers. These beast tamer geniuses could bring a great sense of security to the people. Lu followed Little Rascal in the crowd and even buried a bag of hamburgers and ice cream for his sister. In Lu's previous life, hamburgers and ice cream were very common snacks. The prices were also very cheap, but in this world, they were definitely considered luxury goods. This was because the productivity level and food processing level of the Rune world were still quite backward. The common people simply could not afford to eat these snacks. Only the truly rich would eat these snacks. However, Lu was now rich. He did not lack money at all. He could completely afford to be extravagant. He randomly entered a competition venue. On the spacious competition venue, 2 young beast tamers were preparing for battle. The surrounding crowd let out a few cheers. Shu Xiaoxiao's face was also full of excitement as she watched. Her large eyes were flashing with light. However, with just a glance, Lu knew the result of the battle. Judging from the energy level emitted from their bodies, a silver-grade beast tamer would think that the gap between a bronze-grade beast tamer was too big. Unless that bronze-grade beast tamer had some particularly powerful divine pet that could fight against opponents of a higher level. However, Lu was very clear that divine pets that could fight against opponents of a higher level were too rare. Only someone like him, who had the system, could nurture such a divine pet. Brother Lu, who will definitely win? That one is wearing black clothes. Brother Lu has a good eye. Mirandi is a silver-grade beast tamer. He is the favorite to win this time. Shu Xiaoxiao filled the ice cream in her hand. She narrowed her eyes and said, "Of course, he is definitely not Brother Lu's opponent." "Well, you have a good eye too. Hee, Brother Lu." Shu Xiaoxiao could not help but laugh. She did not want to say that her brother Lu was a little narcissistic. Soon, under the referee's leadership, both sides summoned their respective divine pets. After the referee announced the start of the match, the referee pushed to the side of the field and summoned his divine beasts to protect the surrounding audience. Watching the competition between the divine pets of both sides, Lu was a little disinterested. Although Mirandi was the favorite to win the championship, his strength was still low. He was only a low-grade silver beast tamer, so he could not arouse Lu's interest at all. Just when Lu was bored, someone suddenly called him. "Lu, are you here to watch the match too?" Lu turned his head and looked at his 4 former classmates. They were from Grade 3 Class 1, because he had not stayed in Grade 3 Class 1 for long. Lu could not remember all the specific names. He only remembered Hebron. Why would he remember it? It was because when Lu jumped to Grade 3 Class 1, Hebron was the first to challenge him. That's right, Lu nodded. Hebron and the others were a little excited when they saw Lu. "Did you participate in the preliminaries this time?" Lu nodded and said indifferently, "Yes." Hebron asked, "You are here, which means you have been eliminated?" Lu really wanted to ask him, "Which eye of yours saw me being eliminated?" Hebron smiled and said, "It's okay. There's nothing that you can't fight after being eliminated. You're so talented. You might get a good result in 3 years. Yes, you'll definitely have no problems in 3 years. That Mirandi is too amazing. He's already a silver-grade beast tamer at such a young age. Lu's talent is even more amazing than hers. Mirandi's age is a few years older than Lu. Lu will definitely have no problems in 3 years. Maybe by that time, you'll also become a silver-grade beast tamer." These old classmates were still very impressed with Lu. After all, Lu had just awakened his talent as a beast tamer for less than a month before he jumped to the 3rd grade. Not long after, he directly graduated from the academy. Of course, they thought that although Lu was powerful, after all, he had only become a beast tamer for a short period of time. He was definitely not as good as these beast tamers. Therefore, all of them were comforting Lu. However, these words made Lu not know whether to laugh or cry. "Then we're leaving, yes." After they came to open the door, Shu Xiaoxiao turned around. "Brother, aren't you going to tell them?" "How? Do you want me to show off to them?" Lu couldn't possibly catch a person and say that he had entered into the semifinals. He wasn't that bored, and it was meaningless. No matter how much he said, there was no meaning to the outcome. In the arena, Mirandi won his opponent cleanly, winning a round of applause. In this year's preliminaries, Mirandi should be in first place. That's not certain. Isn't there still a semifinals that dropped out of nowhere? It can't be that shady, right? Maybe the person who dropped out of nowhere is also very strong. It's all dark. How can it not be dark? If it's not dark, why did he directly enter the semifinals? Why did he have to parachute in? Let me tell you, this is a sign of death. Yes, when the time comes, arrange a strong opponent for Mirandi so that Mirandi's strength will be greatly reduced. That person who parachuted in will be able to easily win. That first place, just you wait and see, it will definitely be like that. Do you know who dropped from the sky into the semifinals? I heard that it was the Guardian who scared them into giving the order. I reckon that he is a relative of the Guardian. When Shu Xiaoxiao heard these words, her expression turned ugly. She was just about to speak when Lu hurriedly stopped her and pulled her away from the crowd. "Brother, why don't you explain it to them? There's no need for that. When the time comes, just stand on the stage and prove your strength." Soon, the final day of the 7-star city selection competition arrived. The day before, the semifinals had already been decided. There were a total of 5 people. They were silver-grade beast tamers and bronze-grade beast tamers. Including Lu, there were a total of 6 people. On the final day of the competition, there was a sea of people surrounding the competition venue. It was packed to the brim. Even those who missed the martial arts competition a few days ago would come to watch today to see the youngest genius beast tamers of 7-Star City. They would see who would be able to obtain first place. Most importantly, it was said that there was something shady going on in today's 7-Star City's Young Genius Selection Finals. This was even more attractive. The Guardian of 7-Star City, Morocco, and the Deputy Guardian, Bloom, also appeared on the scene. The matching of the semifinals was very simple. 2 lots were drawn, and they would fight in pairs. In the morning, the top 3 would be decided. In the afternoon, the top 3 would compete for the position. The rewards for the top 3 were very simple and crude, but they were rich and practical. The first place would receive a reward of 1 million gold coins, the second place would receive a reward of 500,000 gold coins, and the third place would receive a reward of 300,000 gold coins. After receiving the reward, the beast tamer could spend the money on their divine pets according to their needs to improve their strength. With 500,000 gold coins, they could buy a pretty good platinum-grade divine beast pet. On the competition field, the 6 young beast tamers who participated in the semifinals lined up in a row, with Lu standing at the edge. The other fearless young beast tamers used the corners of their eyes to glance at Lu. When 2 beast tamers saw Lu, they immediately understood. Obviously, they knew Lu. They had some understanding of Lu's strength. Originally, they felt very indignant towards the one who suddenly descended and could directly participate in the semifinals. But now, after seeing Lu, the unbalanced emotions in their hearts were instantly swept away. In the entire 7-Star City, if there was anyone who could make them feel admiration, it would be Lu. Lu's battle record in the reclamation troops had long been recognized by everyone. He was also the beast tamer who had paid the most crystal cores last month, and the number far surpassed them. Moreover, Lu's outstanding contributions in the Starry City might not be known by others, but they were very clear, because they had also participated in the last rescue of the Starry City. Lu was personally called a hero by the Guardian of Starry City, Lord Brian. If it weren't for Lu, not to mention Starry City, even the entire southwest city-state of the Illumination Empire would have been completely destroyed by that strange, blood-red vine-type plant-type fierce beast. To a certain extent, Lu was the hero of the entire southwest city-states. For this reason, the Starry City's Guardian, Lord Brian, even gave Lu the city's first-class hero medal. Only Lu could enjoy such special treatment. He did not need to participate in the selection and could directly enter the semifinals. The other 3 beast tamers looked at Lu with dissatisfaction and disdain. People who thought they were outstanding always looked down on those who used the back door and did dirty tricks. They didn't understand Lu, but of course, they also didn't want to understand Lu. In their eyes, Lu used the back door, and Lu's appearance also attracted the attention of the audience. That's the parachutist. Yes, that's him. He looks so young. His strength shouldn't be that great. Be more confident and remove the should. How strong can he be at such a young age? I really hope that he can face Mirandi and let Mirandi teach him a good lesson. Many of Lu's classmates were also standing in the crowd. When they saw Lu standing next to the other semifinalists, they immediately understood that the person who had parachuted into the semifinals was Lu. Alec and the others were stunned. But then, Hebron said in a low voice, "It looks like this is really a conspiracy." Yes, it's definitely a conspiracy. How long has Lu graduated for? Has it been 3 months? If he had competed according to the schedule, he definitely wouldn't have made it to the semifinals. I heard that Lu has been recognized by the Guardian. Don't look at Hebron and the others. When they met Lu the last time, they were very polite and even spoke with concern for him. But in reality, they were only acting on the surface. These young people who were born well knew how to judge the situation, and they knew how to speak in front of others. They knew that Lu was a talented beast master and could become a big figure, so they deliberately said some nice words to win Lu's favor. However, now that Lu was not in front of them, they exposed their jealousy toward Lu. Shu Xiaoxiao, Hestia, and Katya were also standing in the crowd. Hearing so many people criticizing Lu, Shu Xiaoxiao shouted loudly, "Brother Lu, go for it." Jian also saw Hestia, Shu Xiaoxiao, and Katya nodding at them in the crowd. In the VIP seats, Bloom's gaze landed on Lu. He smiled and said to Morocco, "That's Lu?" Yes, a very good young man. Even if he's very good, you don't have to let him directly drop into the semifinals, right? Morocco smiled and said, a genius should have special privileges. They smiled and did not continue speaking. Instead, they looked at the arena. The first step of the competition was to draw lots. A soldier placed a sealed box in front of the 6 contestants. Which one of you is willing to take the initiative to draw lots and take the initiative to draw the opponent? 3 beast tamers actively stood out, including the bronze-grade beast tamer who relied on luck to enter the semifinals. As a result, after the results of the draw were announced, the attention that had been quietly waiting for the competition became noisy again. Because the person that the bronze-grade beast tamer had drawn was actually Lu. I told you, there is a conspiracy behind the competition. He will be directly sent to the finals, at least to the top 3. Can he still have some face? I really can't watch it anymore. What is the point of such a competition? Even if he is internally determined to be the first place, with his strength, how can he compete with the other city-states' young geniuses? At that time, 7-star City's face will be completely disgraced by him. What I want to see most right now is that person being beaten to the ground by Mirandi. Right. Such a person is simply a disgrace to 7-star City. Brother, come on, shut them up. On the arena, Lu saw the tag in the hands of the bronze beast tamer and had a helpless look on his face. With a 1/3 chance of being met by him, his luck was slightly better. Could this be blamed on him? Besides, he wasn't the one who picked the bronze beast tamer. It was someone who slapped him. Alright. The first match, Basaka vs Lu, please get ready. Lu's match was directly arranged for the first match. After the other 4 players left the arena, the referee walked to the middle of the 2 and announced the rules of the match. The match can only use the strength of the beast tamer. If you use other tools, it will be considered a violation. If you violate the rules, you will be judged as a failure. During the battle, there are no rules. You can attack at will. You can surrender. As long as one side surrenders, the other side must stop. The referee has the right to intervene in the competition when the life of the beast tamer is in danger. Do you all understand? Okay, then you can release your Dinvei pets. Basaka directly released a giant black feathered eagle. As soon as the giant black feathered eagle appeared, it circled around the arena. Everyone's eyes lit up. Flying-type divine pets were relatively rare. They didn't expect that even though Basaka was only a bronze-grade beast tamer, he actually had a flying-type divine pet. Bronze-grade beast tamers could only sign a contract with 2 divine beasts. The other one was on Basaka's body. Seeing the referee looking at him, Lu immediately released the Stormhawk. As soon as the Stormhawk appeared, it firmly attracted everyone's attention. After all, its body was too huge. With a wingspan of more than 20 meters, that bronze-grade black feathered eagle was like a younger brother in front of it. Morocco was drinking tea and looking at the Stormhawk in the sky, his eyes filled with admiration. As a platinum-grade beast tamer, his many years of experience told him that whether it was in terms of body size or mental will, Lu's divine pet was very outstanding. Many spectators who did not understand the situation asked, just releasing the divine pet, that Lu is also a bronze-grade beast master? Of course, a bronze-grade beast master can only sign 1 divine pet. A bronze-grade beast master actually parachuted into the semifinals? Isn't this a complete conspiracy? Many ordinary people had watched the competition for a few days, and had a rough impression of the strength of the beast masters. The stronger they were, the more divine pets they had. When many beast tamers went on stage, almost all of their divine pets were sent out. Strictly speaking, it was not wrong for ordinary people to have such an understanding. There was also a beast tamer who helped Lu to speak up. That may not be the case. Perhaps he has hidden his strength. Beside the arena, the young beast tamer who was quietly waiting for the competition said to Mirandi, Mirandi, if you meet Lu, you have to be careful. Mirandi frowned slightly. Is he very strong? You are not in the reclamation troops, so you may not have heard of his great name. Not long ago, he also received the Starry City's first-class hero medal. Although he obtained it by relying on his wisdom, but I heard that he is also a silver-grade beast master, and his strength is very strong. Oh, so it is that Lu? Mirandi nodded. But he is definitely not my opponent. I remember that he is only 16 years old. I am already 19 years old this year, so there is no reason for me to lose to him. 3 years later, his stage will hear. In the arena, the referee asked, is everyone ready? Yes. Yes. Alright, the match officially begins. Just as the referee finished speaking, he heard a scream. The black-feathered eagle fell onto the arena. What? Holy shit, it fell? So fast? I didn't even see what happened. Basaka's eyes were wide open as he stared in disbelief at the black-feathered eagle that was still struggling on the ground and had completely lost its ability to fight. Beads of sweat appeared on his forehead. He knew that he might have made a mistake. This young man in front of him had not used the back door to directly jump into the semifinals. He was really strong. Run and attack. At this moment, a powerful aura erupted from Lu's body. He looked like a giant human-shaped bear that had gone berserk as he charged towards Basaka. Boom. 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 The ground of the competition ground was directly trampled by Lu, forming one footprint after another. The momentum was astonishing. Basaka was intimidated by Lu's aura. His pupils revealed a look of shock. His heart was already enveloped by a dangerous shadow. Basaka subconsciously waved his hand and an ice arrow shot straight towards the incoming Lu. Everyone thought that Lu would dodge, but what they didn't expect was that Lu didn't dodge and directly charged at the ice arrow that was flashing with a cold light. With a ding sound, the sharp ice arrow hit Lu's shoulder and directly shattered. Lu's body was completely unharmed. Basaka's ice arrow didn't even break through Lu's defense. The expression on Basaka's face was completely shocked. And at this moment, there was a bang. Lu's heavy punch had already smashed on Basaka's head. Basaka was sent flying by the fist, rolling 15 meters away and falling to the ground. The referee left and ran to Basaka's side to check on his condition. After checking, he let out a sigh of relief. Lu's round had ended. I announce. Basaka is unconscious. Lu wins. The surrounding audience was boiling. So fast? That bronze-grade beast tamer was killed in an instant? I didn't react in time. It ended in the blink of an eye? This is fake, right? It can't be an act, right? The two of them are fighting a fake match. Looks like this parachutist really has something up his sleeves. Lu took back the Stormhawk. After the two matches ended, the ones who advanced to the finals were Lu, Mirandi, and Grandad respectively. After Grandad won the match, he even greeted Lu. Grandad. I've long heard of your name. I hope I won't bump into you so early. Lu. I'm from the 15th Reclamation Unit. After chatting with Grandad for a while, the morning match was completely over. In the afternoon, the top 3 of the match would be decided. Just as Lu was about to leave, Adjutant Haas found Lu. Lu. What's the matter, big brother Haas? The Guardian said that he will arrange for you to fight against Mirandi and Grandad in the afternoon's competition. Then, Mirandi and Grandad will compete for the 2nd and 3rd place. Is there a problem? Sure. Lu nodded and retreated. Lu did not have any objections to this arrangement. Being accused of being shady and having connections. In fact, Lu was a little displeased. That's good. Back at home, under the care of Hestia and Shu Xiaoxiao, Lu ate a sumptuous lunch to replenish his energy. In fact, he did not expend any energy in the morning. He easily won against Basaka without any effort. At around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Lu came to the arena again. More people came to watch the competition. Lu felt that the entire 7-star city seemed to have come. They had secured the competition venue so tightly that it was impenetrable. He could not even squeeze in. Fortunately, 7-star city was prepared and had specially opened up a special channel. Because Lu was a finalist, he had the right to bring his family to the VIP seats on the table. Go, brother Lu, Hestia also encouraged. Lu, go. No problem. Lu left the VIP seats, greeted Morocco, and went to the side of the arena. When the time was up, the referee stood on the arena. Silence. The referee's voice was like a loud bell, clearly preaching in the ears of every audience member. The crowd finally quieted down. Next, the final round of the 7-star city's young talent selection competition. The first place winner will receive a reward of 1 million gold coins. The second place winner will receive a reward of 500,000 gold coins. And the third place winner will receive a reward of 300,000 gold coins. In the VIP seats, Shu Xiaoxiao covered her mouth in surprise. Mom, when brother Lu gets the first place winner, and he gets a reward of 1 million gold coins, doesn't that mean he became rich overnight? The other commoners were the same. They were shocked by the reward number. Most of them would never earn 1 million gold coins in their entire lives. The first match will be Lu against Grandad. please come up to the stage. Many of the audience were dissatisfied when they heard that Lu and Grandad were the first to compete. They wanted to see Mirandi against Lu, and they wanted to give Lu a good beating. Even a commoner would look down on those shady characters. Grandad, come on, get rid of that Lu, Grandad, we support you. But at this moment, a different voice suddenly came from the crowd. Lu, come on, Lu, we support you, you'll definitely win. Brother Lu, you should definitely take the first place. Brother Lu, when I grow up, I will marry you. The audience of 7-Star City looked curiously in the direction of the voice. That group of people did not seem to be ordinary civilians. Most of them were dressed in bright clothes and looked quite spirited. They seemed to be living quite well. Lu also looked at that group of supporters with some surprise. He didn't know where his supporters came from. Most of the people from 7-Star City who came to watch the battle didn't like him, right? They actually wanted to marry him and give birth to a monkey for him? Was this serious? In the back row of the VIP seats, Xu Xiaoxiao stood up, looked at that group of people with excitement, and said, Mom, look, they seem to be very supportive of brother. Morocco also looked at that group of people with curiosity. The deputy guard Bloom on the side glanced at those people and said, those people were transferred from Starry City. Most of them are the family members of the beast tamers. Oh, then no wonder. Starry City was gone. But the people who used to live in Starry City still remembered Lu. They remembered the last winner of the first-class hero medal of Starry City. Grandad stood on the arena and looked at Lu helplessly. I didn't expect that we would still meet. Lu replied calmly, we will meet sooner or later. I heard that many veteran silver-grade beast tamers are not your match. If I were to meet you, I don't think I have a high chance of winning, but I still want to try, Grandad asked. I want to ask, if I lose, can you be gentler, on account that we are comrades in arms? Sure. Lu liked such an honest person. The referee once again announced the rules of the competition. Lu summoned the Stormhawk, and the berserk bear tattoo on his body flickered inside his clothes. Grandad looked at the huge object in the sky with a headache, and released the silver-grade meteor sparrow. Then, he released a silver-grade clouded leopard. Are you ready? The referee looked at Lu. These words were mainly for him? Because Lu had summoned a singed Stormhawk. Once his strength reached silver-grade, he could sign 3 silver-grade pets. Even if he had been carrying it on his body, there should still be a third one. Lu did not really want to hide his strength, but he really did not want to take out the bloodthirsty Hell Vine. He was afraid that the beast tamers of 7-Star City would not be able to sleep after seeing the bloodthirsty Hell Vine. Moreover, there were also quite a number of survivors of Starry City present. Ready? Then I announced that the competition begins. Grandad kept saying that he wanted Lu to show mercy, but he would definitely not show mercy. The moment the referee announced the start, the silver-grade clouded leopard pounced at Lu at lightning speed, and in the next second, it seemed like it was going to tear Lu apart. Clouded leopard, tear and claw. The clouded leopard stretched out its sharp metal claws and clawed at Lu at a terrifying speed. If the clouded leopard's claw struck, even steel would be pierced through, not to mention a human body. Quick, dodge! Some of the civilians who had migrated from Starry City shouted loudly. However, Lu did not dodge at all, nor was he prepared to dodge. The corner of Grandad's mouth revealed a smile. He felt that Lu must have been careless. His clouded leopard was a true silver-grade divine pet, and not the bronze-grade fierce beast that Lu had encountered yesterday. But very quickly, Grandad couldn't smile anymore. If it was an ordinary silver-grade beast tamer that encountered such an attack, they would definitely be scratched into a bloody mess. But it just so happened that the clouded leopard had bumped into Lu. It had bumped into a berserk bear with an immortal body. The clouded leopard scratched Lu's body with its claws, but it only scratched his clothes. However, there were only shallow white marks on Lu's body. Mirandi, who had been calm all this time, narrowed his eyes when he saw this situation. How is this possible, this kind of defense? Even a silver-grade pet can't break through his defense? The clouded leopard's claws are quite powerful. What kind of divine pet is attached to that Lu? How can it have such terrifying defense? Lu stretched out his hand and grabbed the clouded leopard's neck. He even lifted the upper half of the clouded leopard with one hand. The clouded leopard scratched Lu's body crazily, but to Lu, this kind of scratching was no different from scratching an itch. The battle in the sky had long ended. The Stormhawk grabbed the meteor sparrow with both of its claws. just like an eagle grabbing a chick. The Stormhawk circled around in the sky in boredom. I admit defeat. Seeing this scene, Grandad shouted loudly. The two divine pets were defeated without any ability to fight back. The one on his body was a defensive divine pet. It was simply a dream to break Lu's defense. Grandad simply admitted defeat and rested up, preparing to fight for second place. The people who had migrated from Starry City cheered loudly. Grandad actually lost. He lost too quickly. It looks like there's a huge gap between Grandad's strength and Lu's strength. Although Lu dropped in the semifinals, his strength is indeed very strong. How did that meteor sparrow lose? I didn't notice. In the blink of an eye, it was brought over by Lu's Stormhawk. It didn't even have the strength to resist. Sigh, the gap is too big. I suddenly realized that even Mirandy might not be able to win against Lu. Lu only summoned one divine pet. He has a divine pet with extremely strong defense. I still don't know what his third divine pet is. Grandad kept his divine pet and thanked him with lingering fear. Thank you for showing mercy. It's okay, we might have to fight together in the future. Okay. After Grandad left the stage, the referee went up to Lu. Can you continue fighting? Do you want to rest for a while? No need to rest. Let's continue, okay. After consulting Lu's opinion, the referee directly announced the start of the second round of the competition. The second match, Lu versus Mirandy. Mirandy will go up on stage. At this moment, no one doubted Lu's strength anymore. Grandad was one of the top 3 on his way up. His strength was obvious to everyone. But when he faced Lu, he didn't even have the strength to resist. This was enough to prove Lu's formidable strength. Who do you think will win? I was definitely on Mirandy's side in the past, but now I'm a little doubtful. I wonder if Mirandy's divine pet can break through Lu's defense. That defense is too heaven-defying, isn't it? Lu's Stormhawk is also very strong. Even my eyes can't keep up with his speed. Mirandy stood on the throne with a solemn expression. He had already put away his contempt for Lu, because the strength Lu had displayed was too terrifying. However, no matter how strong the opponent was, he had to face it. Both sides summoned their divine pets. Jade Mantis, Blue Cloud Eagle, come out. Beast tamers who could reach this step couldn't have any obvious shortcomings. Almost all of them had a flying-type divine pet. Those who did not have a flying-type pet were at a huge disadvantage against those who had a flying-type pet. The referee looked at Lu. Lu, are you ready? The surrounding audience was also discussing. It was already the finals for the first place, but Lu still did not bring out his third pet. Was it because he did not sign a third pet? The slightly more powerful Beastmasters present did not think so. Because they clearly discovered that the strength of the Stormhawk flying in the sky was not mid-grade silver, but more like high-grade silver or top-grade silver. The pet in his hand had been trained to such a degree. How could he not sign a third pet? Then I choose to announce the start of the competition. As soon as the referee finished his words, all the audience looked at the sky. However, when they looked up into the sky, Mirandy's Blue Cloud Eagle seemed to have crashed into a plane as it fell from the sky with a miserable cry. It had lost. In an instant, they did not even get a clear look at what had happened. Mirandy's Blue Cloud Eagle was instantly killed by Lu's Stormhawk. I knew it. I didn't even get a clear look at how the Blue Cloud Eagle lost. This speed is too terrifying. My eyes are blurry. They're all afterimages. I feel that Lu's Stormhawk is even more ridiculous than the defensive divine pet he has. It's really too much. Mirandy was gloomy. He never dreamed that the giant Blue Cloud Eagle would lose so quickly. He thought that the giant Blue Cloud Eagle could hold on for a while. Jade Mantis, go. At this time, the Jade Mantis was the only one left. The Jade Mantis jumped and charged straight at Lu. The Jade Mantis scythe is very powerful. I wonder if it can break Lu's defense. I don't think so. Even Grandad's Clouded Leopard's cloud-splitting claw is unable to break Lu's defense. The Jade Mantis was very fast. Its strong legs had an astonishing jumping ability. In the blink of an eye, it had already arrived in front of Lu. Jade Mantis, Grim Reaper's scythe. A cross-shaped blade light flashed. If the Grim Reaper was brandishing his scythe to reap lives, everyone present would be shocked on the spot. However, in the next second, everyone did not dare to believe their eyes. In the blink of an eye, Lu grabbed the Jade Mantis firmly with his bare hands. That pair of scythes was enough to cut through rocks. F***ck, catching a white blade with his bare hands? The jade mantis wanted to retrieve the scythe, but it realized that Lu was holding onto the scythe tightly. It could not retrieve it at all. This was the first time since the jade mantis was born that it had doubts about its two scythes. It suspected that the two bags of scythes that were usually indestructible had been replaced by someone else. Get up! With a backhand grab, Lu lifted the upper body of the jade mantis high. Then, something shocking happened again. With the strength of his hands, Lu threw the 2-meter-long jade mantis up. Bang! 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 Lu threw the jade mantis to the ground. No one had expected that the seemingly weak Lu's fighting methods would be so rough and that he had such great strength hidden in his body. Morandi's expression was extremely unsightly. Only then did he react and hurriedly shouted, "I surrender." After saying the word, surrender, the bones in his body seemed to have been extracted. Only then did Lu put down the jade mantis in his hands. The referee took a deep breath, looked at Lu, and said, "I announce that Lu versus Morandi, Lu wins. Brother Lu is too strong." In the back row of the VIP seats, Xu Xiaoxiao stood up and shouted. Many of the upper echelons of 7-Star City who were sitting in the VIP seats looked at Xu Xiaoxiao with friendly eyes. Morandi and Grandit looked at Xu Xiaoxiao, but they did not dare to say anything. Lu's victory was indeed undisputed. The surrounding audience was boiling. Never in their wildest dreams did they expect the match to end so quickly. That Lu that dropped into the semifinals had simply been defeated by the favorite to win the championship, Morandi. They had thought that the distance between the two sides was so great that their answers were as dark as heaven and the earth. Some of the old beast tamers who were watching sighed in a low voice, "There's no choice. The gap is too big. This Lu is too strong." Even the commoners who didn't know much about beast tamers could see that the gap between the other contestants and Lu was huge. Lu's grade 3 classmates looked at Lu in the arena with envy, admiration, and a trace of jealousy. But that jealousy quickly dissipated, because the gap between them was too big. The gap between them was so big that they wouldn't compare themselves with Lu. Morocco smiled and said to Bloom, "Now you know why I value Lu so much, right?" Bloom also sighed. "The younger generation is really awesome." Morocco said self-deprecatingly, "Yeah, I feel old when I see Lu." Bloom said regretfully, "Unfortunately, his future shouldn't be in 7-Star City." "What does it matter? At least he was trained by our 7-Star City. He is a beast master who came out from 7-Star City. You were not a member of our 7-Star City back then." "Well, you are right. My situation is too small." Back to the competition venue, Morandi put away his divine pet and asked in a low voice, "Can you tell me your strength?" "It hasn't reached gold yet." Morandi smiled as if he had been relieved of a heavy burden. "I understand. I'm completely convinced of losing to you." Lu did not mind whether or not his opponent was completely convinced. If he was not convinced, he would just fight another round. He left the arena. Since he had already won the first place, the rest of the matches were irrelevant. Morandi's two divine pets were both injured. He did not immediately compete with Grandit. Instead, he rested for a while. After the written test, Morandi's technique was still superior, and he won. Morocco and Bloom personally came out to reward these 3 young beast tamers. "Well done. It's what I should do." Lu smiled as he received 1,000,000 gold coins. No matter how much praise there was, it wasn't as realistic as 1,000,000 gold coins. Although he had a lot of money, no one would refuse more money. If he didn't even want it for free, wouldn't he be a fool? "I'll hold off for now. This time, the young geniuses of the Southwest City State will have Lu, Morandi, and Grandit represent our 7-Star City in the battle." Below the stage, there was a wave of cheers. "I told you. The Guardian is fair and just. How could he do something shady? Lu is powerful. Those who are powerful naturally have special privileges." That's right. This group of people had selective amnesia. They had completely forgotten what they had said earlier. In 7-Star City, the arena was in harmony. When they returned home, Lu lay on the sofa and did not want to move. Of course, he wasn't tired. He was just a little tired after staying there for a day. "Brother Lu, drink some tea." Xu Xiaoxiao very considerately brought a cup of hot tea for Lu. "Brother Lu, did you have a hard day?" Was Lu having a hard day? Actually, the battle today wasn't enough for him to warm up. He lay on the sofa because he had stood on the arena for too long. However, Lu stood up and took a sip of his tea. Ah, it's so comfortable, Brother Lu. You're really amazing. Number 1 in 7-star city. Number 1 under the age of 20, Lu corrected. The number 1 expert in 7-star city is Guardian Morocco. I know, is there anything else? Seeing that Shu Xiaoxiao was sitting on the sofa and staring at him without blinking, Lu said, Xiaoxiao, what else do you want? Just say it. I want a big bear plushie. I saw it when I went shopping last time, but Mom said it was too expensive. A big bear plushie? Lu inexplicably thought of his berserk bear. However, the berserk bear's appearance would probably scare Shu Xiaoxiao to tears. The berserk bear and cuteness had nothing to do with each other. Okay, I'll buy it for you, hee, thank you, Big Brother Lu. Big Brother Lu is the best. Not long after, Katya came to visit with the blood-eyed golden leopard in her arms. It had only been a month or two, but the blood-eyed golden leopard was already close to breaking through to bronze grade. It seemed like Katya was very attentive to its nurturing. Lu, congratulations. What's there to congratulate? Lu laughed. Winning the competition, obtaining the number 1 young genius of 7-star city, and even receiving a million yuan prize money, isn't it worth congratulating? Lu did not feel much towards the title of the number 1 young genius of 7-star city. He did not feel anything towards a million yuan prize money. However, he could not say it. That's true. Lu replied indifferently. There was no expression on his face. Not long after, Hestia came out with a plate of fruits to welcome Katya. After chatting for a while, Katya even ate a meal at Lu's house before leaving. Thinking of Katya and Shu Xiaoxiao enthusiastically serving food to Katya, Lu felt strange. This was too enthusiastic. The enthusiasm made Lu feel that Katya was one of their own people, and he was an outsider. The holiday ended very quickly. Lu left home and took the earthworm subway. Sitting on the subway seat, Lu noticed that a pretty girl beside him was peeking at him. What's the matter? Lu asked in puzzlement. The little girl was obviously a little excited. You're Lu, right? You know me? The girl covered her mouth and tried hard not to shout out. After a long time, she controlled her emotions and said, I've watched your match. Oh, Lu suddenly understood, so that's what happened. You're so amazing, Lu, thank you. Then, that delicate and pretty girl didn't know what to say. Lu also ignored her. When the subway arrived, Lu quickly jumped off the subway. Only the delicate and pretty girl was left, gripping the corner of her skirt with a sad expression. However, this matter was only normal to Lu. When he returned to the first team and just joined the camp, Lu was shocked by the situation. Welcome Lu. Welcome our genius. The young beast master jumped out and said, Lu, you are really amazing. I was there at that time, and even Mirandi was defeated by you. That's right, Lu, you are now famous, everyone in 7-star city is talking about you. 16 years old, you are not even an adult at 16 years old. When I was 16 years old, I was still in school, but you were already the number 1 genius in 7-star city. Comparing people is really infuriating. I feel like we're living like dogs. Lu waved his hand. It's fine. This is all normal operation, can you guys calm down? Don't make things difficult for Lu. If you have the time, you might as well go to the mountain and kill more fierce beasts. Mora appeared at the right time and helped Lu out of the predicament. Captain, I recently discovered that all the venom spiders in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain are gone. I wonder who cleaned them up. That's right, so many venom spiders are gone. Could it be that they saw that they were no match for us and moved away overnight? Taking advantage of this opportunity, Lu trotted back to his barracks and even locked the door. There was nothing he could do, he was simply too outstanding. What would happen if he was attacked by someone at night? It didn't matter if it was a woman, but if it was a man who came in the middle of the night, Lu would probably be dumbfounded. Early the next morning, Lu got up early. After eating breakfast in the cafeteria, he went straight to the mission board. Look, that's Lu, he's really diligent, going on the mission so early. He's so hardworking, no wonder he's a genius. Sitting on the back of the Storm Eagle, Lu was blown in the morning wind and breathed in the slightly cold fresh air. Lu was in a good mood. Every time he passed through the clouds and looked down at the land, Lu felt that it was a kind of enjoyment. He enjoyed bringing his divine pet and hunting in the wilderness. Lu's first goal was still to hunt silver-grade fierce beasts. After spending 2 hours, Lu killed 2 silver-grade fierce beasts. At this time, Lu began to complain that the number of silver-grade fierce beasts in the mysterious fantasy mountain was a little low. However, there was nothing he could do about it. Fierce beasts weren't endless either. The origin of these fierce beasts came from the spatial cracks in the heavenly battlefield. They came from different multi-dimensional spaces and multiplied in the runic world in large numbers. The reclamation troops, a few thousand beast tamers, were hunting in mysterious Fantast Mountain every day. Sooner or later, the fierce beasts in mysterious Fantasy Mountain would all be exterminated. After killing all of them, the development of mysterious Fantasy Mountain would be put on the development agenda of 7-Star City. Stormhawk and Berserk Bear had already reached high-grade silver, while the bloodthirsty Hellvine had the strength of top-grade silver. It was not a big problem for the bloodthirsty Hellvine to continue breaking through. The bloodthirsty Hellvine could not help but be good at group attacks. Leveling up was equivalent to opening up a double express card. At this time, Lu was also considering what kind of pet he would sign a contract with after becoming a gold-grade beast tamer. As for the fourth pet, Lu did not have any ideas for the time being. The only thing he knew was that he had to choose a pet with a different attribute from the 3 pets. He had eliminated the water-type pet first. In the southwest city-state of the Illumination Empire like 7-Star City, there was not much room for the water-type pet to display in such an inner area. Unless he could meet a water-type pet that he was extremely satisfied with, otherwise, he would definitely not choose a water-type divine pet in the early stages. Just as Lu was deep in thought, he suddenly heard a rumbling sound. He lowered his head and looked down, and saw the smoke and dust rising from below. Huge trees were knocked down one by one, and 3 beast tamers in military uniforms were running desperately in front. Lu looked carefully, and saw the huge and burly figure of a fierce beast amidst the smoke and dust. Berserk Bear. It was an adult Berserk Bear with the strength of middle-grade gold. Lu instantly understood that these 3 beast tamers must have accidentally stepped into the territory of the gold-grade Berserk Bear. Of course, it could also be that they were unlucky and happened to encounter the Berserk Bear that came out to hunt for food. He did not think too much and asked the Stormhawk to change its direction and fly towards the 3 silver-grade beast tamers who were desperately trying to escape. They were both members of the 7-Star City Army. It was impossible for Lu to just stand by and watch them die. The 7-Star City Army had a rule that if they were to encounter a dangerous battle in the wild, those who were capable must lend a hand. Also, Lu also wanted to hunt the Berserk Bear. It was rare to see gold-grade fierce beasts in 7-Star City. Handing over a gold-grade crystal core was equivalent to more than 10 days' worth of missions. As soon as Lu approached, the 3 silver-grade beast tamers seemed to have met their savior, desperately trying to recruit him. "Don't be afraid, I'll take care of you." The Stormhawk swooped down like lightning, opening its huge eagle claws and grabbing all 3 beast tamers. The 3 beast tamers were caught by the Stormhawk. Looking at the Berserk Bear on the ground, they let out a sigh of relief. They were finally saved. After flying for some distance, Lu asked the Stormhawk to put the 3 down. "Oh, it's Lu, it's all thanks to you today. If it weren't for you, we would have lost our lives." The 3 silver-grade beastmasters also recognized Lu. Lu waved his hand and said, "It's all right, you guys go first." "Aren't you leaving?" Lu looked in the direction of the Berserk Bear and said, "I want to kill that Berserk Bear. That's a gold-grade divine beast. It's all right, even if I can't beat it, I can still escape." "That's true, be careful." The Stormhawk led Lu to the location of the Berserk Bear once more. Following the tracks of the Berserk Bear, Lu quickly found it. Ding! Mission issued. Kill the Berserk Bear. Mission success. Randomly raise your pet's innate ability. System mission, once again issued. In the previous 7-Star City's Young Genius Beast Tamer selection competition, the system did not issue a single mission. The system probably also thought that the selection competition was not difficult for Lu, so it was not worth issuing a mission. Stormhawk, kill it! Stormhawk flapped its wings, and a series of huge green wind blades attacked the Berserk Bear. Just as the wind blades were about to attack the Berserk Bear, a wall made of rocks suddenly appeared on the Berserk Bear's body. Of course, the wind attribute skill of the Stormhawk was not that easy to block even if it was a gold-grade fierce beast. Bang! Bang! Boom! Boom! The wind blade directly broke through the wall and continued to attack the Berserk Bear. The berserk bear's body once again appeared with an earthen yellow rock armor, once again blocking the windblade. Very quickly, the earthen yellow rock armor on the berserk bear broke apart, and the windblade left many wounds on its body. After using 2 skills consecutively to block the windblades, the damage of the windblades had already decreased by a large margin. In addition to the berserk bear's strong defense, the wounds on its body looked terrifying, but the true injuries were not very serious. However, the Stormhawk's attack had completely infuriated the berserk bear. Its eyes were red, and it stared angrily at the Stormhawk in midair. It casually pulled out a towering tree and charged towards the Stormhawk. The Stormhawk was already used to this kind of situation. It flapped its wings gently and rose into the sky. When the berserk bear saw this situation, it immediately threw the uncle in its hand towards the Stormhawk. However, this kind of attack method was too weak. The Stormhawk dodged lightly and easily avoided it. Continue. Ding! Your divine pet, Stormhawk, has killed a middle-grade gold berserk bear. Express. 3,500,000. The berserk bear finally fell. Lu stepped on the berserk bear's corpse and dug out the earthy yellow crystal core. Ding! Congratulations to host for completing the quest. Ding! The quest reward has been released. Your divine pet Stormhawk's rare grade talent, Eagle Eye, has been upgraded to a peerless grade talent. Ding! Your god pet Stormhawk's talent, Eagle Eye, has been upgraded. Its growth potential has been upgraded from top grade Emperor to low grade God. Hearing the system notification, he learned that Stormhawk's growth potential had reached low grade God. In the end, Lu could not help but be happy. Low grade God. This was the second divine pet that had reached low grade God growth potential in his hands. Most importantly, Stormhawk was nurtured by the system. And it was his first divine beast. The Stormhawk seemed to feel the change in its body. It flapped its wings excitedly and rushed into the blue sky. Then, it circled around Lu and let out a clear cry. I didn't expect Lu to kill the berserk bear. On the mountain peak in the distance, the silver-grade beast master looked in Lu's direction and exclaimed. Last time when Lu was in the finals, I was watching from the side. At that time, I thought that his Stormhawk was very powerful, but I didn't expect that the Stormhawk could actually kill a gold-grade berserk bear. Although Lu is only silver-grade, his strength might not lose to a gold-grade beast tamer. It should be, as expected of the #1 genius of our 7-star city. I feel that even if he goes to the Southwest City State, he will still be able to obtain good results. Definitely, we have to work hard too. Today's mission hasn't been completed yet. After killing the berserk bear, the Stormhawk gained a huge amount of experience. Lu left with satisfaction. However, he didn't want to continue hunting gold-grade fierce beasts for the time being. The gold-grade fierce beasts in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain were already extremely rare. It wasn't easy to encounter one, and it was also somewhat dangerous. Lu directly brought the Stormhawk to the Violent Crocodile Beach. He had already dealt with the enemy of the Berserk Bear mercenary group. He did not know if the other higher-ups of the Berserk Bear mercenary group knew that he had killed that gold-grade beast tamer. But even if they knew, Lu would not be afraid. As long as he was careful, it would not be a problem to save his life. Moreover, even if the Berserk Bear mercenary group knew, they might not dare to make a move against him. Currently, Lu's identity was no small matter. The members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group could find out with just a little inquiry. Moreover, Lu was the trusted aide of the Guardian, Morocco. Of course, as long as the members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group did not provoke him, Lu would not take the initiative to provoke them. It was already not easy for humans to live in this world. Why did they still have to fight among themselves? If he had the time to kill those members of the Berserk Bear mercenary group, he might as well kill more fierce beasts. After reaching high-grade silver, the Stormhawk was basically a mobile cannon. Lu directed it to fly along the river. As long as a violent crocodile appeared on the beach, it would be attacked by the Stormhawk's wind blades no matter what level it was. A group of mercenaries was lying in ambush in the forest. When they suddenly noticed the Stormhawk appearing in the sky, they couldn't help but sigh. Look, in the sky, what a huge flying-type divine pet. Damn, it's blocking out the sun, this divine pet. There's still someone riding on it. If only I could have a flying-type divine pet. At this moment, he saw the flying-type divine pet shoot out a few wind blades, directly cutting the violent crocodiles that were lying on the beach and basking in the sun into pieces. FCK, these are the prey that we've set our eyes on. Lu didn't care whose fierce beasts these violent crocodiles were. As long as the other party hadn't started fighting with the fierce beasts, Lu wouldn't count as snatching other people's fierce beasts. The Stormhawk swooped down. Lu guessed the ground and took away the crystal cores. Then, he jumped on the Stormhawk and rushed to the next gathering place of violent crocodiles. He practiced his movements quickly and efficiently, he didn't waste any time. After 3 days, Lu had almost swept through the violent crocodiles' beach in mysterious Fantasy Mountain, and the Eagle of the Storm was about to be upgraded to top-tier silver tier. As soon as he returned to the camp, a young beast master asked, "Brother Lu, have you been sweeping the violent crocodile beach recently?" Lu said casually, "Yes, why? This morning, I went to kill the violent crocodiles. It was not easy to find two, but in the end, someone killed them." "Could it be me?" The young beast tamer's eyes told him that he had guessed correctly. "I'm sorry, I didn't pay attention at that time." The young beast tamer said, "Those two violent crocodiles were killed by Brother Lu. I was not very sad. The problem was that I followed the river all the way down and searched for a whole day. In the end, there were no violent crocodiles on the shore. I only saw the violent crocodile corpses occasionally." Lu's route today was to ride the Stormhawk and go downstream to kill. The other party's route was very likely to overlap with his. "You can't possibly think that I did it, right?" As soon as Lu's voice fell, another bronze-grade beastmaster said, "It was Lu who did it. I was also hunting violent crocodiles today. He flew over my head, and then the group of violent crocodiles on top of me died instantly. Not a single one was left. I was also hunting violent crocodiles when I was pressed. At that time, I saw Lu. However, I acted early, so Lu could only swim downstream along the river. Ha ha ha. I was wondering why there were so few violent crocodiles on the violent crocodile beach today. It turns out that Lu killed all of them." Lu laughed and said, "Isn't our mission to eliminate all the fierce beasts on the mysterious Fantasy Mountain? I helped you with your mission, shouldn't you be grateful to me?" The group of bronze-grade beast tamers didn't know whether to laugh or cry as they looked at Lu. They really couldn't do anything to Lu. He liked to kill violent crocodiles, and that was his freedom. Lu smiled and said, "All right, I'll go kill the bronze bullherd tomorrow, not the violent crocodiles." Since he had already killed the discussion, even if he continued to wander around the violent crocodile beach, the harvest wouldn't be much. "What? Lu, you still want to go and harm the bronze bullherd? You silver-grade killing bronze-grade fierce beasts, isn't that a little overkill?" "Forget it. Since Lu wants to go, I won't go to the bronze bulls tomorrow. Otherwise, I won't be able to gain anything." After spending half a month, Lu had swept the bronze bulls with his fist. Lu's Stormhawk and Berserk Bear had both been upgraded to silver grade. Sitting on the back of the Stormhawk, Lu looked down at the grassland that was somewhat flat on the ground. The Bronze Bull clan in mysterious Fantasy Mountain used to be prosperous, but now they could only see a few occasionally. They were all alone, eating the grass on the ground while looking at the sky vigilantly. Even Lu was embarrassed to order the Stormhawk to kill them when he saw this scene. There were too few of them, so he couldn't be bothered to give the order. However, the fate of the violent crocodiles and the bronze bulls was definitely better than the venom spiders. There was a rumor in the reclamation unit that the venom spiders from mysterious Fantasy Mountain had already moved. From a certain perspective, it could indeed be considered to have moved. It was just that it had moved into the stomach of the bloodthirsty Hell Vine. After fighting for more than 20 days, Lu felt a little tired. No one could keep fighting for a long time. If a god-grade warrior kept tensing up, it was very likely that he would collapse. Even a machine had to be maintained regularly, let alone a human. Thus, Lu went on vacation, and Mora directly approved. When the news of Lu's vacation ship left, the first team group of bronze-grade beast tamers were all overjoyed. "I'm going to kill the bronze bulls tomorrow. I'm going to violent crocodile beach." "I advise you not to kill the bronze bulls," a silver-grade beast tamer said faintly. "Today, I passed by the living area of the bronze bulls, but I didn't see a single bronze bull. The violent crocodiles in the violent crocodile beach are even rarer. There are more people there than the violent crocodiles. If you are thinking of something, I suggest you get up early. You might have a chance to meet a few violent crocodiles." "How can this be?" "It's okay. If the number of bronze-grade fierce beasts is extremely low, the mission standards of the higher-ups, based on my many years of experience, will soon fall. I don't know if you haven't completed the mission, but the bronze-grade beast tamers of the other reclamation troops are also very miserable. Returning to 7-Star City, Lu stayed at home for 3 days. During these 3 days, he met Katya. Katya came with a gift. What does this mean? Thank you for the new year. Katya smiled and said, my father has already allowed me to join the reclamation unit. I just mentioned it casually. Lu smiled and said, which reclamation unit? The first mobile unit. That's not bad. We'll be comrades in arms from now on. Well, good luck. Thank you. After Katya left, Lu returned to the 15th mobile unit on the afternoon of the 3rd day. Just as he entered the camp of the first team, Lu heard a wail. Are you welcoming me, Lu? Why don't you rest for a few more days? If you ask for leave, the captain will definitely approve. I can't stay idle, Lu smiled and said, don't worry, I won't touch those bronze-grade fierce beasts. Long live Big Brother Lu. Everyone could kill one of the fierce beasts in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. However, Lu didn't want to go too far. Why did Morocco not touch those gold and silver-grade fierce beasts? If he killed all of the fierce beasts on Mysterious Fantasy Mountain, wouldn't the reclamation troops lose their manpower? Lu was clear that Morocco only wanted to give this safer area to the beast tamers of the reclamation troops so that they could train in the Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. He had almost killed off the 3 bronze-grade fierce beast groups in Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. If he were to kill those bronze-grade fierce beasts, it would be more worthwhile to hunt down the silver-grade fierce beasts. With the Stormhawk's peerless talent, Eagle Eye, and the Berserk Bear's rare talent, sensitive sense of smell, Lu already had the ability to quickly search for silver-grade and gold-grade beasts. 2 months passed peacefully. Lu had almost no opponents on the Mysterious Fantasy Mountain. After the destruction of Starry City, 7-Star City had been very quiet. The only change was that the daily mission standards of the beast tamers of the reclamation troops of 7-Star City had been lowered. The fierce beasts in the Anriz mountain range did not show any signs of rebellion either. It was very likely that the bloodthirsty Hellvine had contributed to this. After all, when the bloodthirsty Hellvine had destroyed 7-Star City, the beasts in the outskirts of the Anriz mountain range had caused a lot of trouble. Ding! Congratulations host, your divine pet, Stormhawk, has leveled up to low-grade gold. Ding! Congratulations host, your divine pet, Stormhawk, has comprehended a skill, Flying Feather Arrow. After learning that the Stormhawk had leveled up again, a gratified smile appeared on Lu's face. He finally felt that before the Young Genius competition of the Southwest City State, he had become a gold-grade beast tamer. In 3 days, he would leave 7-Star City. Strictly speaking, a gold-grade beast tamer was the starting point of a beast tamer. Only with the strength of a gold-grade beast tamer would one be qualified to explore freely in the wilderness. Of course, that was only the qualification. It did not mean that there was no danger. Even a platinum-grade beast tamer like Morocco could not guarantee that he would be safe in the wilderness. After spending 3 days with his family, Lu made a trip to the Pavilion of Treasures to see if there were any suitable divine pets. However, Pavilion Master Jim took out all the divine pet eggs in the Pavilion of Treasures, including the treasured ones that were never shown to the public. Not a single one of them caught Lu's eye. Lu, who had 3 top-grade divine pets, was very cautious about what kind of gold-grade divine beast to choose. Pavilion Master Jim was forced to say, I hate you. Aren't you going to participate in the tournament? When you get to Skylight City, you can go to the Pavilion of Treasures in Skylight City. It's the most prosperous city in the Southwest City State of the Illumination Empire in Skylight City. There are many good things in the Pavilion of Treasures branch shop there. Alright then, Lu chose to wait a little longer and wait until he got to Tianguang City. Since he had 3 divine pets, he could handle most situations. On the last day before he left, Morocco and Lu met. When you reach Skylight City, you must do your best to bring glory to our 7-Star City, Morocco encouraged. You don't have to worry about the matters of 7-Star City. I will protect your friends, Hestia, and Shu Xiaoxiao. Thank you, Lord Guardian. Okay, I won't send you off tomorrow. In this world where fierce beasts were rampant, every city-state was built in an area where there were no powerful fierce beasts around. It was very difficult to travel from one city to another. However, in order to stabilize the cities, the Southwest City State had specially set up a centipede train. Centipede trains were actually somewhat similar to earthworm subways. Centipede trains were centipede-type fierce beasts that had mastered the space element. Every adult space centipede possessed at least platinum-grade combat strength. They had strong protective abilities, and their speed wasn't satisfactory. Their bodies could only transform to a certain extent. They also had the ability to dig tunnels and detect and sense things. Under the command of platinum-grade beast tamers, they were very suitable for carrying passengers and goods through the wilderness. Of course, taking the centipede train was not foolproof. Since they were going to travel far, they had to bear the danger of such a sudden accident. The centipede train would pass through 7-Star City twice a month, on the 13th and 28th respectively. Of course, things happened at the network point from time to time. It was normal to be 1 or 2 days late, or 2 or 3 days late. If you were lucky, you could catch it. On the 15th, the centipede train was indeed late. It did not arrive as scheduled. It was only 2 days later that it arrived. At the train station, many acknowledged that they were busy unloading and loading goods. And a small number of guests who wanted to leave 7-Star City began to board the train. Under Sang Kun's lead, Lu, Mirandi, and Grandit carried their luggage and boarded the train. Sitting by the window, Lu bid farewell to Hestia, Shu Xiaoxiao, and Katya. "Brother Lu, you can do it, Lu, you can do it, I put it in your box. If you're hungry, you can eat it." The train slowly began to move. The relatives on the train station disappeared.